I'm live. Can't believe it. I feel like I have to be sneaky. Running around all like covert, trying to make sure nobody knows what I'm doing for sure. They're watching me. They're stalking me. Somebody's watching me. My anxiety. Somebody's watching me. He's always watching me. Hello. Hello. You're here. Well, I was worried that, like, by doing this, that my people wouldn't be able to come. I was like, hopefully, like, because I come on, no. Jesus Christ. Oh man, they think I got big holes on my feet, man. You can't step on them. It's like they act so silly sometimes. Yeah, I wanted to like give you guys like a certain time that I was gonna go live, but every time I do, it does not work out so well. It does not seem to be, and it's not even just that. It's like I'll be like, I'm going to do this reading for you right now, and like something will happen so that right now is like nope. Like the place that I had to go to get the questions for the reading that I'm like, I'm going to do your reading right now. Let me go get those questions. And when I go to the place to get the questions, there's someone there like falling apart and having a fucking crisis. And it's like, oh man, this is going to take me away from there. And it's just like an example. It's just been nonstop. Hello. But yeah, I feel like it's become so common that it's like I'm like I can't give you a set thing anymore ever again until that stops because it's like the force is working against me. I've had so many crazy synchronicities and confirmations on shit too that's like letting me know that like I'm not just silly, like it's not just in your head, you're not just like thinking this, like other people specifically say shit that I'm thinking like, you know, in a reading or like I read it somewhere else or it's like in a memory from like 5 years ago. It's like all linked together. What's with the flood of signs and downloads? Why now? And especially why did my guides want me to see the La Sagrada Familia Cathedral? Is that where fucking Jenny is? Did you see that from Jenny? Because Jenny is somewhere. Jenny is in Europe.
Hey.
And she's been doing a lot of weird shit. Like, well, not weird shit, but it's stuff that I don't know the name of. Like, something like that. I made this yesterday. And I have a little video to like tell people about like what's in there. It's just a short little one. But this is black salt. And it has a bunch of protection stuff in there. There's lavender, rose, and crystals. There's a tantric twin with an Isis face. There's a Veracruz amethyst with a penetrator bridge and inner child. And then there's this thing is tourmalated quartz. So everything that's in here, this is Hawaiian black salt, absorbs like darkness and badness and ickiness. And the rose and the lavender, all the good stuffs are in here. So it's in Barcelona. Yeah, so I don't know exactly where she is right now, but she's been like popping, like dude, she's like, she was at Mount Vesuvius where they had like fucking all the people die from the volcano thing before. But before that, she was at like the goddess Diana's like memorial place. Then she was going to Isis's. Then she's going to another goddess, and like she's just been like all over the place, and like in different places, in different towns, like doing, you know, all different places. But I know she's been, you didn't hear about Jenny being, yeah, I don't know if she's there or not, but she might be on the way there. I know she's like all around that area. But I'm going to put some of this out, this black salt, because it does feel like there's just like a lot going on. So we're absorbing any of the negative energy that is being projected, or, yeah, look at this, look at it. I look down, I see the fucking mirror spirit. The mirror spirit, okay? I've been afraid of mirrors since I was a little tiny girl, and the fucking lightning. Like, there's so many cards too that I have out, and there's like a 40-minute reading and a 20-minute reading that I have for this channel that will be uploading after this. But I wanted to be able to get on here before it got too late. So anything that you guys have going on that you feel like is like negative stuff going on in your life, fears, doubts, worries, concerns. I got the Florida water, and you can put your intention to like let this absorb it, take it away, cleanse, clear, release. I'm also going to be doing an Archangel Michael and Metatron cord cutting specifically, because that is also something that's very much like, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to close it. Here, let your stuff go within if you would like to, if you would intend. The crystals and all the stuff will absorb it and take it and, help us to transmute that energy. That's another thing that's happening right now. It's a big time transformation. So, chaos of our subconscious. We are purging, cleansing, and healing all of the fears, all of our doubts that are rising up from the shadows, the attacks that have been happening on our energy, the attacks on our belief systems, whether it's from within us or from outside forces, whether it's been passed down through our DNA and our karma. All of that stuff is shifting with our ancient wisdom and healing. Anything that's been submerged is now rising, and we are using this time of the new moon, the black moon, which is the third, and it happens every 33 months. So the 333 is sacred energy surrounding all of that stuff with like the Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, the Ascended Masters. It's a time of transformation. It's a time of alchemy specifically. Okay, so we're alchemizing stuff. We are taking this opportunity for a rebirth. That's like what the major stuff is. And so the salt is helping us to like get rid of that, and all of the other elements that are within this are specific to like, it's a thing that like will either block it, absorb it, like push it back. And also there's other elements in here that are going to help us to tap into the inner child, to bridge over to the like level that we need to connect with, to understand and see things from the perspective that is necessary at this time for this rebirth, for this next level of evolution. So your focus is going to shift, and crystals are going to be specifically like significant at this time for you to work with in any way that you feel. Like, you can call on the energy and frequency of a crystal through the vortex, or you can literally have the crystal in your hand, or you can just think about the crystal. It doesn't matter. But like I just said, Jenny was at Mount Vesuvius. The volcano has been synchronistically popping up a lot. This is volatile energy, but I feel like for some of us, this is about us like about to explode. Those of you who are positive, that are in a gooder, like in a better place within yourself, like you're not energy vampires, you're not like mean people. Like, you want the best for everybody and everything, and you don't come across as a fucking bully. Look at that, the fucking bully card. It's crazy because I did a reading before I came on here, and there was a lot of stuff that's like all intertwined. So like people who've tried to intimidate us, or things that we've been intimidated by with, even in ourselves, like our doubts and our fears, our insecurities, all of that shit, we're letting that stuff go. Rising from that shadow, rising like the phoenix through the ashes, and it's a wake-up call. So the tsunami card is all about like, that big wave. This is a new big wave of energy that is coming to assist us and changing and like letting our perspective again zoom out. And there's tons of energy here to do with the water. Okay, so like these are cards that I pulled the other day, and like I got to read for the collective anyway. So we got cleansing and an emotional cleansing wave. So you're releasing and purifying emotional debris. An emotional cleansing current of love is flowing through you. And this is for everybody right now. I just want you guys like to get this, because it's like they've been wanting me to share this for a while. So I have ebb and flow with the ocean. Things ebb and flow. These things happen. I remember a few years ago, my mother was in the hospital. Well, more than a few years, probably like 10 years now, but she was in the hospital. and it was like the second of 3 waves was like hitting us at that time, and I had channeled that information. But like this keeps happening, this ebb and this flow. It's like stuff. Think about how the waves are at the ocean. Like they pull back, right, and then they go, and then they pull back, and then they go. But when a fucking tsunami comes, that's like like it pulls way, 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 way back. And when you think of like the Milky Way, in order for us to even get like a vision of that fucking Milky Way, like to see parts of it, we've got to pull way, way, way back from that place. So it's like sometimes we might feel like we're falling behind, or that we sunk too far into the darkness of ourselves, or that we've gotten off the intended path, or that something isn't working out the way that we had hoped it would. But it's actually all working out as it's meant to, because even if you get pulled back, it's just like the same thing as like when they have the like the bow and arrow, right? Like they pull the boom, it's right before the arrow goes and takes off and goes all the way through to the other side. So it's like you're getting at this place right now. I feel like everybody's getting pulled back, and then it's gonna like be released. And when that releases, like this time right now is a good time for you to be again purifying. So you get the rain with the purification. That's going to help us to get into that place. We're ready for this movement with the river. So we had tsunami, the ocean, the river, the rain, and that's not all. We have the lake, and where else? I know there was, oh yeah, so the spirit of the shoreline, calm, tranquil, relaxing, right? And the waterfall with effortless. And I'm pretty sure there was more. There was more water. But there's like massive amounts of water, okay? So utilizing the element of water at this time, no matter who you are, no matter what your sex is going to help you see spirit, and it's going to help you to connect with the fae. You have the eyes to see where spirit is, right? To see where those fae are. Look, Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, I'm just getting like, oh my god, because I was literally just talking about Saint Germain and the Violet Flame in the video I did, because like he's been coming up, and that 333 reminds me of him specifically. And I saw a video from myself like 2 years ago when I was doing a thing with the, I don't know if it's 2 years ago or a year ago, but I was going through that doorway in the bathroom, and it was all purple around me. And that's Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. I put that around all the doorways, but there was a time that everything I was recording, there was like a purple ring around me, and those were the videos. And I was like, it's Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. So the fact that I just like picked this up, I was like, oh my god, because you know, it just like brings more of that, letting me know that we are alchemizing, we are transmuting. That's what he does. Transmutation. You have mastered the process of transmutation. Saint Germain and the Violet Flame are working through you. And the Fae, right? I got excited because this was the first card out of this deck, was the fairy. And I was talking about the fairy the other day in the videos, or it was like that little tiny like fluff. That was the initial time that I like really started seeing the Fae in all of my like videos and shit. So they are working with us in these elements too. So when you do work with the, you know, energy of the ocean, or your energy of a lake, or the energy of a waterfall, whatever it is, like think about those things. Like think about what you would like to take into your energy field. Like maybe you feel like you've been foggy and veiled, like you can't see stuff exactly the way that you would like it to be, or maybe you're confused about which way to go. Maybe you're not sure about what the focus should be. Maybe there's like, I don't know, like you know you want something to change, you know you want something to shift, but maybe you just feel like, again, like you're submerged, and this is like more ocean energy, right? It's like stagnant, it's stuck. But you have that ability. And like 2 people the other day, on the same day, one of them was seeing a swan in the clouds, and the other one was asking me about seeing stuff in the clouds, because every time she looks at the clouds, she sees stuff in the clouds. And then that night, I had the fucking cloud shapeshifter, okay? But you are a shapeshifter. You have the ability to shift anything that's happening around you. You can be the thing that's submerged and stuck, or you could be shifting that focus, clearing that energy of the veil, which is clear. It is like very thin right now because of this energy with the moon, and it's like that Scorpio moon, like Scorpio energy is about, again, passion, being perceptive, focused. Look, it says specifically focus on it, and that card that I just had in my hand was about focus. So, and it's also about being resourceful and diving deeper into like the unknown, into the unseen, and trusting yourself, because you are majestic, you are powerful, you lead with your heart. Like I said, you are heart centered, you have this majestic energy, you can be confident, and that's something that people were missing out too. It's like our confidence was missing, our creation was like being stagnant. It's like you know, people have wanted to create, people want to take that next step, but I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been keeping them in a place of just not knowing what that next step is. But right now, the new beginning is here. So it's not going to be like much longer of that sensation. Like the new ideas are going to be coming to you. They may come to you in your dream time. They may be coming to you like Rick had said, you know, why am I seeing all these things? These are all new ideas. This is all new frequency that's coming in to give you that call within, so that you can be like innocent again, like the child, so that you can frolic. I don't know if you guys have seen like the people that are there's a bunch of guys in a video, and they're like, we're frolicking, and they're in like a meadow, and they're running around, and then like the sunflowers here too. The sunflowers always face the light. You know, it's like a very high vibrational energy, dream time creation, innocence of the childhood. The meadow is like, be vulnerable again, be like childlike again, frolic in the meadow, have fun, and embrace the in-between, embrace the unknown, embrace the ability to be a shapeshifter, and this new promise of this rebirth that is available to us. And you are going to go wherever you intend yourself to go, but you get to be the one that like determines it. As long as you come from the good place within yourself, you don't have to really worry about where you're going to end up, and you don't have to know exactly where you're headed to get started on the way there. So everybody's going to be seeing some movement. We've been going through that purification. Again, this was like a time of a wake-up call. I think there's a lot of people seeing stuff that they have not ever really noticed or paid attention or acknowledged before. And the ebb and flow of things are shifting perspectives so that it will become more relaxing and more calm and effortless for us as we start to get into this next level of things. I think we've just been in the in-between. Yeah, like we were shadow walking, right? So it's like you are the master of duality and darkness. The shadow walker goes through the darkness in order to get over back to the light. And we got to know one to know the other. So if you're ever down in the dark, just know that you're going to go back up into the light, and you are channeling whatever is necessary for you to decode and bring in the frequencies and the guidance from higher dimensions. But when you do feel like uncertain, or you are still not sure about something, the stillness will help you to go within and to get that message, and to ask the fairy, ask spirit to show you where they are, because they will show you. They'll show up in butterflies, and they'll show up in, you know, like the dragonfly. They will emerge, like emergence. They will emerge if you allow them to, if you intend and invite them to. And in any way too, like it could be other spirits, it could be whatever you want to bring forward, but there's guidance and blessings and answered prayers on the way for those of us who are being receptive and nurturing and trusting our intuition, and not getting, you know, distracted by the lies and the illusions and the things that like sometimes happen. Yeah, look, again, I split the deck, and it's like divine feminine. As long as you honor this new beginning, this cycle of rebirth that is connected to that energy of the moon and all of that, just know that it's again a time where we've been planting the seeds, and I know you're planting the seeds with good potential, and you want the best for everybody, and as long as you're coming from that place, you can trust that those seeds that are growing and that focus that you have is going to deliver to you higher vibrations and better outcomes. So dream it into being, be innocent, have fun, get creative. If you like, you know, whatever you're feeling in the moment, if you're not enjoying it, or if you feel like you need to embody something else, like maybe I need to become that fucking volcano to boom, get myself out there. Or in opposite of that, maybe I just need to be the mountain and stand strong and stand tall, you know, at this moment, just be still and let whatever's happening pass. Because like the mountain, even if a tsunami comes, the mountain's still going to be the mountain. The mountain's going to be fine. But like the mountain and the fucking volcano are basically like one and the same too. So there's a lot of ways to see stuff, and there's a lot of ways to embody things. And you are a multidimensional soul. You are a multidimensional being. There's you know, infinite opportunities and infinite new beginnings that will happen in your life. Your prayers, you know, are heard, and they want to deliver to you, but things are emerging at this time that I feel like have been put on hold. It's also connected with our ancient ancestors. A lot of us have that shamanic calling at this time to do some dream work, to do some channeling, to do like a journey, and see where it takes you. The first time I had an out of body experience with like one of those guided meditation things, it was Susanna Is This a Dream? That's the name of her channel on here. And it was the Crystal Lake. And at one point you turn into a drop of water and then you drop into the lake. And it was crazy because I did that. I felt I was the drop of water and it was effortless and it was crazy, but it was part of that stillness and it changed my perspective. It let me know that I literally could do it because I had been trying so hard for so long, and then it finally happened and it emerged and that ability was there. But before, it had been, under the veil. I had to focus on it for months in order for that first time to ever happen. And once it happened, oh my God, that new beginning. Now I was creating. Now I could bump out of the body and now, woohoo, taking off. And it was because I didn't give up on it. It was because I was committed to it, and also had the innocence of the child, because a lot of us in this world, adults, get to this place where they just dismiss that shit altogether. Oh, you're crazy. That just, it's like, dude, why the fuck would the CIA have a bunch of people that are literally like doing it? Like they have like documents and like a whole thing. I read it. It was a guy, they sent him to fucking Mars. I read the whole thing, the whole session out. They sent a guy to Mars in an astral projection, but the other thing, when you do the remote viewing, send him to remote view Mars, like a million years ago. And while he was up there, going to these different spots and seeing what was there, it's like the CIA wouldn't waste their time doing that with people. Have a whole session going on if it's not real. Like, it's real. It's just that some people can't do it because we've been steered away from that magic within ourselves. But now we're bringing that back in. The illusions, this time of waiting, this time of just like feeling stuck and stagnant, the endlessness of it is over. And all those burdens, all the regrets, all the shame and guilt, let it go. Again, like, let it go. Like, put it into wherever you want to put it. Just know that it's not coming with you, because it's now your strength is here. You are a leader. You need to recognize that and respect that so that others can respect that within you as well. And know that it is the time. Like, your past lives, this life, your future lives, everything is culminating into the perfect moment when it's supposed to do what it's meant to do. So no matter where you're at or what's going on in that moment, it's always exactly where it's meant to be. But you do have a lot of strength. You have a lot of power. You are meant to be a leader. You have the royal energy. The Lyran energy has also been very strong. And I saw a person today just randomly pop up. I didn't follow her, but her video was about like, hey guys, the Lyran, wars are over. And she was saying too, it's like, now we're free. Now we can go. Like, you're feeling that freedom. You're feeling that celebration of it's over. There's no more of that baggage. There's no more of that bullshit. These are miracles that are occurring for you. You're going to be blessed. You're going to have your wishes coming true, and you're going over the bridge and all the barriers, all of the things that have kept you from where you wanted to be, the harmony. And like, we're compromising in a new way that's not a bad way. We're not compromising our integrity. We're not compromising on like what we need. We're compromising and just realizing that we can do things and it we can shift and change. We can cleanse, heal, release through the spirit of the water. We can alchemize and transmute whatever's around us. And that, again, the spirit of the Fae, these are the three different decks bringing through the same fucking messages. We gotta play and have fantasy and enjoy and remember that parts of the world is out there. 1127, and look at that. What was under it? 27. And be open to the communication. Be open to the news. Be open to the information that is coming to you. And like I just said, where's Jenny? She's over there by the Eiffel Tower. Even if you're standing alone, even if there's a hierarchy, even if there's, corporate things and all that stuff in our world that's kind of fucked up and doing stupid shit, like, just know that those times are shifting. We are finding the right people to collaborate with. Harmony is on its way. Peace is on its way. The helpful, effective people for communicating and collaborating for more joy is coming back into your world, because things are spinning and shifting. The wheel of fortune, karma, is being delivered. So as long as you've been, coming from a pure, good place, don't worry. Your karma is going to be good and blessed. but like this sky is coming to do sudden, unexpected releasing and cutting and shocking surprises to those that may not. I mean, you might get a shocking surprise, but it's not going to be in a negative way. I feel like some people might get some shocking, like tsunami fucking waves in their lives, and it's because they were fucking not doing so good, or they were, being a fucking bully, or they were just doing stuff that was not, like using that power that like the tower energy that we saw was like in a negative way to like control others, to manipulate others, to take advantage of a situation of what somebody has. Yeah, look at whip. It's like arguments and fighting and painful and anger and just like, abusive shit. Anybody that's been abusive or, ego-y and evil-y, that's done. Okay, and expect to hear some new exciting information that's going to be exhilarating, and you're going to be jumping in like taking a leap of faith. Good things are on their way for you. Partnership, romance, fulfillment, okay? The wholeness, the unity, the faith. Because, again, magic is coming and it's resurrecting. It's like this magic is being reborn. This new beginning, this new awakening, this spirit of light. You're going to be seeing things in a new way. And if you're not already, just know that it's on its way. Beauty is here for you. You are free. You are untamed. Because, like I said, karma is coming to balance the scales. If you've been in the dark, if you've been beaten down, if you've been fucking persecuted and laughed at and lied to and manipulated, if you were the butt of the joke or just whatever it was, or even just like felt that endless illusion or that endless waiting in your world, that's done. You are taking all the elements that are around you. You're divinating, you're connecting, you're going to be predicting and creating a new solid foundation beneath you with spirit assisting you. A solid thing to invest in, and to know that anybody that's been out there that's been intimidating you or anything like that, you have just as much around you that's protecting you and guarding you, and you have that within you as well. You have that instinct. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know where you come from within, and you know what you're worthy of, and you know what you're deserving of. Okay, so you've been holding yourself in that grace and that poise. You're elegant, and we may have had to go through the tragic romance and the dangers and the despair and all that bullshit, but now you're going to go towards your fated, your soulmates, your divine counterparts, the people that you are meant to have a commitment, an agreement, a continuation on, something that is going to make you happy, a rendezvous, something that's of a good fortune, unexpected. Like I said, good unexpected though. It's not the scary unexpected, it's the good unexpected stuff. And the moon energy here says surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm your emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Okay? And like I've been getting this message and feel this for a lot of people. It's like there may be like just a lingering energy, but it's clearing out, and you are going to be seeing like the good again. So just know, what the hell, man? What is up with this? I don't know what's going on. I have like a different thing that I don't normally use. So just know that like the messages are coming. Good answers are coming. Stargazing will most likely help you too. I don't know if this helps see. This thing's totally different than what I normally use. I can here. All right. Hello. Stargazing. Okay, so the moon energy and the stargazing, you're going through the ebb and flow. Anything you want is possible, whatever you set your mind to. But if you're sitting there in the darkness and in the doubts and just, that's probably going to slow down the movement, okay, or delay you. Well, you don't need to do that anymore. Maybe that's ancestral shit that was passed down even in your DNA. That doesn't need to be the case. When I first woke up, all I did was fucking stargaze. I couldn't help it. I was like compelled to go out there every night. But that is what woke me up, okay? And like the other day, someone I know was like, "Hey, blah, I was out at the stars and I saw this." She saw the thing inside of my video with the 2 green dots. And she sent me a picture. She's like, "Do you see those 2 green dots?" And it was right on the edge, just like in the thing that I had. It was right on the edge. She didn't even know about my 2 green dots. And she was just showing me her 2 green dots. And I'm like, I have 2 green dots too. And so we both have 2 green dots. But like, she was saying that one night, I explained to her how I felt that night when I was out there. I was looking at the stars, and all of a sudden I got like a creepy feeling, blah, blah, blah. She was like, "Oh my God, I had that happen too." But like, she was like, I was like stargazing, and there was stuff out there, and I could tell that it was like projecting things at me. It was like giving me energy or messages or something. So you do receive a lot. You will like, just like, you feel like you're making it up, like you're just like crazy, but you're not. Like the stars will communicate with you if you go out there in that stillness and even under the moon. and communicate with it, talk to it. So when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So whatever you may feel like, you don't know or is hidden, will come to you when you are doing things like that, when you take that time. So something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or the memory at the back of your mind. And when we expose what's hidden, we can become free. And that's what the other cards said. We're free. We're fucking free. We're breaking free from these things. Like, it could even just be something that, oh my God, I totally forgot. Like, maybe you were sitting in like regret, or you're sitting and thinking like you did something wrong, or you like forgot about something specific. Because like that happens, especially if we deal with people that are shitty, or like a circumstance that's just like difficult, right? Or we go through karma and trauma. A lot of times we could go through all that experience and like you forget elements of it, and a lot of times people who are not evil people put a lot of pressure on themselves. They put like a lot of the blame on their own energy, like and we self-deprecate about it, all of it. But for the most part, I feel like people don't deserve to be doing that. A lot of times we do that to our own detriment. You are going to be seeing through that mirror and realizing like, oh my God, like maybe somebody else was like deflecting shit onto me. Maybe somebody was manipulating me through the means of a mirror. Because there's like, I've been having a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicity specifically tied to like spiritual attack, mirror working, somebody trying to like fuck with your image, like take on your image, mess up what your image is to others. Just do a lot of shit that, look, caution, warning, danger. It may be somebody you don't even fucking know, but these people do this type of shit because they're fucking miserable. But we're moving on from that. We're traveling away from that, and it's the ending of it. All right, death, ending, letting that fucking shit go. But those types of things will manipulate and fuck with your clarity of mind. So you will have a solution. You will have the wisdom. You will have that spiritual knowledge come to you. You may even figure something out, like unfinished business or a new development that like, oh my God, I totally forgot that XYZ happened. Or like, oh my God, that's the truth. Or talk to somebody and they go like, oh wait, that's not okay to do. Oh wow, like all of a sudden I realized I got the piece of information. So now my contract, my promise, my commitment could go to the way that it was supposed to be. But I do need to use my power and my strength and express myself. I can't hide. I can't let the tricksters of the world hustle me and then just let it keep happening and never, do anything about it, or just like curl into a ball and die. You have community. You have social, like, people out here that love you, care about you, that understand. There's more people that understand than there isn't. Like, every time I do a reading for somebody, it's like, oh my God, you guys all have the same fucking life happening. You just don't know because you don't talk to each other. But anywhere there's been a standoff, non-committal, delays, refusing to compromise, bullshit, asshole, just know that you're going to be the one that's coming out, like, you have the will to win. You are going to be seeing the things coming into your favor in all ways, okay? It's just going to even be within yourself, or like finally letting go of something that has long held within the karma of your ancestors. And music is also significant. I keep getting messages to do with that and charms to do with that. So listen carefully for this. There may be messages in the music that you hear, and music can lift your soul and rekindle the memories and charm fairies to your door. Okay, I didn't know that said that, okay? I have a charm over there that looks like a music thing. I literally saw, that was like one of the last ones I saw, okay, when I was using them. This is what I mean. Like, these little indicators are on the way throughout everything we do. Like, that's significant to me because I started to do ding and do boopity bop. Oh my goodness, and it like help with the memories. We just had the thing that was like maybe something's missing and we're not seeing it. Whatever's hidden, just some sort of memory. You are going to fucking have some memories come up to the surface. Again, it may not even be your memory. It could be ancestral memory, but it's going to happen when you're in the stillness and you do like the journey, okay? Like a meditation or something. And it's not difficult. It's just allowing yourself to tap back in to the innocence and to the belief, remember that you have that ability. And protect your dreams. This is, again, very significant, repetitive messages about this. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you are ready to release them. There may be messages coming through in your dreams, and I feel like writing down your dreams might also help you significantly. Like the other day, I woke up and I was in the middle of a dream, so I remembered it. But then, like, I was realizing, like, I do dream. I don't remember my dreams because I don't fucking, like, sit there and take inventory. Like, somebody came to get a reading and they told me about a dream that they had. And I was like, oh my God, I had a dream too. And the only reason I remember is because of hers, right? But this was like a month prior. I had hooked up my phone and told my phone the dream. And so I had no idea what all I knew is that I was at a restaurant. So I went and I listened back to it, and there was so many things that I said in that recording that I had totally forgot. If she had never told me about her dream, I would have probably never gone back to that video. But going back to that video let me see how much I was aware of immediately upon awakening, but that I completely released throughout, just probably within a few minutes. So even that, if you have your phone near your bed or whatever, when you wake up, if you can take down some notes about what you do remember about your dreams, you'll start to remember more and more and more, and you will start to get the stuff that's hidden, and the fairies will help you with this. Again, it may be karmic, and you can even intend, let me go back in time, and do astral travel or remote view where I was at the last time that something negatively impacted my ancestral, inheritance, the karma, the generations that have come before me. Help me to rekindle what's lost so that I can tap back into that innocence and remember what I need to let go of any volatility. Or open the door. So keys and doors are another fucking very significant thing. Look, this key will open the door to where you belong, to your home, and you'll be safe and protected in this home. Nobody can fuck with you. And like I said, metamorph. I had a fucking caterpillar in my hair the other night. I didn't even go outside that day, but there was a caterpillar in my fucking hair, and I was like, okay. And the day before, I had shared a meme that said caterpillar, they go into the cocoon, and when they're in the cocoon, they're in the darkness, but they embrace it, and they don't know what's to come, but they still embrace it, and when they come out, they're a fucking butterfly. So just know that if you're in the darkness, you're gonna come out a butterfly. You've got the key. You're gonna be safe. You're gonna be secure. You're gonna find where you belong, and you are like the magician going through this transformation and manifesting something better. And the twin flame, soulmate, a pair of things. The swans is, again, significant. A friend the other day saw the swan in the fucking clouds. There was other things to do with that too. It's crazy. Non-stop synchronicities and the shining from within. This is, again, going, just know that you have the light. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. So this is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true inner beauty, and it's okay to ask for help. The angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for magical assistance. Okay, so ask and receive. I sometimes forget all about just being show me, and when I fucking say show me, they show me, and it's stupid that I forget and don't do it, because every time I do, they fucking show me. They're like, yeah, here we are, very exceptional and magical, and delivering all you need, the love and the help and the support and the compassion and the abundance. Today I said show me if because I set something up for a certain day, and I was like, if this is possible, show me. And within an hour, a couple of different things happened. I'm like, okay, this is possible, very possible, if that's happening within an hour of me asking. But sometimes I forget to do that. So just know that you're going to where you're meant to be on your life path after this time of death and rebirth. Like I said, there's been the renewal, there's been the death, and even the hypnosis with the sleep. I feel like people have been asleep. There's a level of us that's been unaware. And now we're emerging. We're going to be aware on a whole new level. I keep getting that, a new level, new devil, but don't take it in a negative way. I've been holding that back, but it's in my head. So I got to say it, because new levels, new devils, but there's something significant here that we haven't been fully embracing in the other elements of ourselves. I feel like we've been fighting in other realms and other dimensions and other timelines, and planting seeds in every place that we go, everything that we do on those other timelines. But now you're going to be seeing the results of those blessings as well. It's all culminating at this time. So there's rainbow blessings, the unfoldment as you rise, and use that energy of the stone, vigilance, the ceremony to invoke what it is, and divination to help you to see what you need to see. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity, okay? And the last one was the new beginning. So this could be a time where you're going to have a baby, or the time where you're going to give birth to a whole new thing, like a whole new business idea, or a whole new, just something that this fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. So protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby, okay? And then focus on it, whatever it is that comes about within you that may have been veiled away but wants to be created. And I really do, again, think that like dream time is significant just in the way of like believe in your dreams, believe in yourself, get back to that place that's innocence within, that knows that you are magic, that you are like the fairy. Yeah, look at fucking believe in this. This is the fairy deck. This is not the fairy deck. This is just a different deck that has, you know, one fairy card in it that keeps popping out, which is funny to me because I'm like, there's only one of those in that whole deck, and it's like, hey, 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 I want to be here with you. The one on the bottom, it says, believe in your magic. Open your eyes and see the magic all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says that you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. I've been seeing a lot about the northern lights and the aurora borealis and like the stuff that's in the water down in where the hell is it? Down under. They've been having a lot of like that stuff, that stuff that glows, the glowy stuff. It always reminds me of like this. The sky version is the aurora borealis, but the stuff in the water is like the water version of it. Same colors. But yes, all right. So let's see. I wanted to do that because I've been fucking having these messages to share with you guys and have not been able to get them done. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I know I have Rick's question came in first, and then, hi Bridget, may I give a sexy reading? Love messages from my personal. How is he feeling towards me right now? He's a Sag that lives really far. Okay. And then, are you doing live readings now? Yes. I love the clearing for sure. Yes. I have to make black salt as well. Yeah, I had black salt. That's that's, what the fuck is it? 11144. That is, oh my god, Hawaiian. It's Hawaiian salt. It's black Hawaiian salt that I got. And then I just added some roses and lavender that I had. But the I also have the Himalayan salt that you can just add, because I also have charcoal. It's like, I have so much weird shit but a lot of this stuff, right, like the stuff that I have for like that, right, like the charcoal, the betanoid clay that I've like needed at one point just recently, the other stuff, it was all because I got it to make one of those bath bomb things. I even got the little cups and shit. I got all of it. I got the dye, everything to do it, and then my sister got the kit at her house and never brought it here, so I never made them, but they're going to be purple and black. And so, yeah, now I just have a bunch of black salt, black charcoal, and a bunch of fucking other ingredients, like other big bags of fucking, like, random chemically powder ingredients as well. Just sitting there that I don't know if I'll ever do, but you can take charcoal and mix it with regular salt, or you can take, you know, the ash out of your like sacred dish, say like you've been burning down a lot of like incense or whatever, you could put that in with your salt and make black salt. But I like this one because it came that way and I didn't have to do anything to it, you know. It was street musician from Valencia, Renata Garo, who traveled to Barcelona and played violin outside the cathedral. Interesting. I think I've seen something, I don't know if it was that, but like I've seen, those are too many fucking crazy long weird names for me to ever recall or know for sure. But I've seen stuff like that where like a dude that's like a world renowned fucking person that plays some sort of instrument like goes somewhere and like does it in a you know, in those types of ways. Alright, let me dinner real quick, but I'm listening, okay. And hello, and I was in Barcelona like 9 years ago and I saw La Sagrada Familia from outside. I didn't go in because it was pricey. Beautiful city. I want to go to Portugal next time. I remember those violet halos. Yeah, I remember that. It was like the whole the video that I had that popped up. It was like it kept happening, and then in the, like towards the end of the video, it disappeared. And so I put my hand up above my head. And I was like, "Hey, put that back on," and it came back and went all the way around me again. But it was funny because yesterday my fucking thing in the bathroom was flickering, and like I turned the camera on to catch it, and it turned off. Like it stopped flickering. It just went back to being normal. And then last night when I went to shower, it started flickering, and it flicked the whole time. But it was like answering me. I was like, "Give me 2 for yes." And it was like, dude, I had a whole fucking conversation with the fucking light in my bathroom last night. but it's just like Metatron today when I looked up, because I keep getting Metatron. I look up Metatron. Metatron connects to flickering lights. So I don't know. It feels like it's because he's like Metatron is connected to this shit, and then Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. Like I know Saint Germain, Metatron, and Michael have been up my ass to do like light work, to do some cleansing, to do the cord cutting, to focus, and yeah, look, ceremony, invocation, just that's what they want me to do, and that's what I plan to do. But they've been really very pushy about it. Happy to see you live. Hello, much peace and positive vibes. How are you? I'm good. How are you? They say that the men in black are actually us. Is that what that says? Is that MIB? I don't know. Are actually a specific race. Be recruited to interact with contact. Wait a minute. Is it you talking to somebody? Other than what? I don't know. Specific race recruited to interact with contactees remotely. Oh. I don't know what the MIB means at the moment. I don't know if I'm right or not. Because they're masters of a mix of astral projection and remote viewing. I literally just saw a video earlier tonight of a dude that was like so advanced at it that like he could go and read what was in a fucking like a like, oh, I have my fucking filing cart here, my charts of all my, like he could go in there like to the page that he needed and read it. That's pretty crazy. I made up with the guy I told you about everything you told me on the last live that was happened to him. Yes, I saw your message. I've been very, 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 very busy. There's been a lot of people with catastrophes and crisis and even my own stuff too. And I was going to message you back, but I did see like it was funny because I was talking to my dad in the kitchen when you messaged me that. I had just mentioned it. I was like, yeah, there's another girl who's over here and like her person's over there, because I was doing a reading for somebody that's like, at a distance from their person. I mentioned you and I looked down and you're fucking messaging me to let me know that everything I fucking said about that situation had just happened. And I fucking told you. I mean, I would hope you don't waste your time getting readings from me if I'm wrong. But yeah, it was crazy. This whole month has been like one thing after another. Like that confirmation very quickly. We had almost 2 beautiful weeks together. He seems such a good guy. Yesterday he went back to his city, so I don't know what's going on next. I feel so different from my twin because even when he left, I feel good. It makes me question about my twin all the time. He still lingers in my mind, but try not to think about that. And I've been doing cord cutting with him because definitely he was not good for me. Yeah, dude, just let that motherfucker go. Tell him he's a done. Let him go. He's nothing. He's a piece of shit. You already know, man. He's just not good for you. He's complicated. He's icky. Let that. You feel it. You wouldn't be happy with someone else if you have a true like person that you're like, that's supposed to be with. You wouldn't be like, oh my god, this, and like you wouldn't have acted the way you acted when this guy blocked you. You wouldn't have cared because you would have still been like really tied up to the other asshole. Like no, all the signs indicate that other asshole is just another asshole. Yeah. I need to get ready for work. Everything that you've said so far makes perfect sense. I have been beating myself up the last couple of days for everything. And I want to ask about my health and healing. I want to feel more energetic and have my old body back, but I haven't been able to lose any weight. Okay. Bioluminescence. Yes. Men in Black. Oh, I was right. I was confusing myself then. Okay. Yeah. And I do have a 40-minute and a 20-minute video coming to the channel too that's going to have more information specifically tied to stuff that I was just talking about, like all of these notes here, this energy that we've been in, it's been nonstop. And even like this shit, right? Like I randomly find this. It's moon. It's a 999 with a 3 and the 369 and this thing, right? This was randomly under there, and it says, take the pain, please. Help me heal, please. Lift me out of the darkness, please. randomly find this, and this. This was from my mom when I was a kid, but like even this coming out was very like synchronistic and crazy, tied to stuff to do. I just told someone I felt like the missing piece that they had was they weren't realizing that their mother is their guardian angel at this time, and it like it was with a coin that had a missing piece out of it. And so when this one came and I saw this, there's you'll see if you watch the other reading that I post, you'll understand. But like even this right here, fucking spirit of the angel, like is non-stop confirmations. I can't look. I split it open. It comes back. It's like non-fucking stop. But the darkness, the black moon, the shadow, the stuff that we haven't been seeing, the things that are under the surface, is a theme. But there's a lot of things within this energy too that making us feel certain ways or realizing certain things about what we've been doing and our participation within stuff and pushing us to have a better foundation, to get ourselves to a better, structure. Look at, I didn't even realize spirit of the anchor, like I'm saying foundation for this, and I didn't even realize that says foundation, but it's the home, it's a foundation. It's time to anchor into a new foundation. It's time to get to the better place. It's time to let go of the old outdated ideas, to be more independent and curious and fanciful. And look, it's time to get those answered prayers and to recognize that we aren't alone. We're not, we're not abandoned. We're not alone. We're fully supported. It's time for the evolution. All right, so Men in Black. You are the Men in Black. Nobody's reading it. Going back up to Rick. I was reading the things that came in and acknowledging the peoples. So, all right, ready, Ricky. What's with the flood of signs? I was going to say the flood. You got a flood coming? The flood of signs and downloads. Why now? And especially why did my guides want me to see I can't say that, man. I don't know what the fuck that is. Doopity-bop. Where's this? Doopity-bop. Ooh. Where's this cards? Oh, here. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Lightning, again, very significant at this time. We are electrical beings, okay? But, like, again, like, what you're asking me, why now? And, like why this is, like, where your focus is meant to be is where we're putting ourselves, right? And, like, I look over here, I see 11:55. It's, like, when you're focused on synchronicity, like, I feel like it's a good thing. When we start seeing an increase in signs and synchronicity, it lets us know that we're on the path or towards something, right? Like we're seeing something for a reason. They're giving us, little indications. And I've been feeling the same way, like, because I keep seeing 911, and I'm like, why are you guys showing me 911? Like, is this bad? Is this good? Like, because there's other stuff too that's going on that, like, I literally, like cops and stuff, like talking to the cops, and it's like, I trying to figure out, like, the if the message is tied to that or tied to this, you know what I mean? So I get it. Sometimes it's like, why are you showing me this, and like, why now, and all that. But like, there's something that we're bringing in again through our intention, through our power, through our electricity within us, into our synergy. Like, I feel like you are just getting in alignment with the creation, with the power, with the essence within yourself to start seeing these signs that want to be given to you. And yeah, it's like a wake-up call. They're wanting you to see new things, this new promise, this new start. I'm going to read the book for that new moon, because that one, again, we just had the new moon, the black moon. I know the message that was in there was very pertinent for like what we're going through at this time. It was very much like, it made sense. Oh my goodness, and I opened up to lightning, so we're gonna read lightning as well. It's speed lightning. So we see power all around us. It's in fact in the mountains, in the shadows, in the meadows, and in the clouds. So many synchronicities right here, man. Just even right here. In fact, it's in every expression of nature. Yet there isn't a more dramatic display of nature's power than the lightning. So it electrifies and splits the atmosphere such that when the heated air comes rushing together, we hear the thunder. Hear the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, the applause of the gods. And the lightning sharpens our sentences, and it triggers a fear and awe. And we see these forked beams of brilliant light jump from the sky, and our instinctual vigilance is triggered in anticipation of the roar that follows. So naturally, we seek shelter from the storm and are grateful that we are already being sheltered if we are. So, the demonstration of the power of creation is yet another way to remind us that we are not in control of the natural world. When we witness nature's power with open hearts and minds, we see that it is neither destructive nor constructive, it just is. So, the power available to you, the force of life itself, is neutral. It's neither inherently good nor bad. It is how you utilize it that will determine whether it is ultimately harmful or life-giving and congruent with the will of what spirit pulses through you. What is required is awareness of your intention, your values, your willingness to act on them under the particular circumstances of your inquiry. Although you may see yourself as using this power for good, do not allow yourself to get caught up in the duality of good and bad in determining your decisions or actions. So, through prayer or ceremony, you can tap into this spiritual force and paying close attention to Spirit's prompting. Your choice will ultimately be revealed to you, one that is beyond your typical perspective. And from there, you can continue to access this divine power that is the very force that's driving the universe. Okay, so I feel like again, it's the same message that I was just given to. Yeah, it's like the same message I was given to everybody. It's like there's been things that have been veiled away, hidden in the fog. We have not been seeing it, and now it's time for a new perspective. They're shifting our focus in a new way for something to emerge. So they're bringing your intention on something that, you have not probably been having your attention on much before. But look at this. The communion with the eagle. Even the eagle is about shifting our perspective. You instinctively will know what you're meant to do or what it actually means to you. So instead of seeking outward for the answer of it, also trust. Yeah, like look at the cave is about sanctuary. Go within and see what it means to you. Don't rely on outward. I feel like that's going to be a big theme. It's like yeah, look fucking like that. I'm like, I think that's going to be a big theme. And it's like fucking solitude, sanctuary, island, cave, instinct, like the lone wolf. There's something here about that, like learning to shift the perspective and know that like you have these things coming to you at this time because this is when they're meant to. This is when they could. And there's nothing good or bad about it. There's nothing, like, it's up to you to determine whatever your focus is, however you perceive it, whatever you decide to take away from it is literally what it is, because you are the creator of your reality. Yeah, you're the creator of your reality. That's all that it determines. Look, like you could tie it to your twin, you could tie it to just you and your own sacred transformation, you could tie it to taking a leap of faith and doing something new in the way that you are with your music, or you could just see it as like a spin in a whole different direction. It's totally up to you to decide what that's going to be. But being cool, calm, collected as you look at things, being powerful, independent in this time alone, your attitude is everything. Okay. So again, I think they're pushing you to reflect on this. They're wanting you to take solitude and reflect. Cool, calm, like there's nothing bad. Again, like they said that specifically. Yeah. Look at it. Stand alone. They're wanting you to stand alone and just take some time to be cool, calm, collected, and just like go within and get into the solitude and like reflect on why you're seeing that. Like, what are these messages about for me? What do they mean to me? What are they guiding me towards? What do I feel wants to unfold from them? Is it bridging something inside it? Do I feel like there's some sort of thing that is making me want to take a different action than I have been? And if I believe in myself, I can be successful no matter what I nurture into this creation, no matter what I like bring in with the wind and my voice and my song, no matter what I choose to believe about it, and then the communion is what I just opened up to. So
Here the man and the eagle make contact through their eyes and spirits. The man has performed a ceremonial calling to Eagle Brother, who now comes to him as a familiar friend. It is an intimate relationship between human being and a feathered being, one of both spirit and flesh. Yet it is simultaneously this deep spiritual kinship that connects them, formed from their recognition of the sacredness of this bond. Eagle spirit is often associated with the highest and noblest, encouraging us to let our spirits soar. Through this communion, we know that we can touch the sky. We know that we can be more than just two-legged creatures clinging to the ground. We're intimately related to all of the life on the planet, and it's through communion with any expression of life that we realize how vitally connected we all are. So whenever you experience a heartfelt communion with some physical expression of life, a plant, animal, human, or anything else, it is only then that you can truly feel how your life force is similar to the life force that is all around you. It is only a matter of the differences in form. In essence, is articulated into the physical world in a multitude of ways. That is the same in everything and everyone, and although it manifests in various shapes and characteristics, this essence is spirit emanating from the core of all things. Communion with nature is essential for you now. Take some time to do an open-eyed meditation with any nearby animal or planet. Relax your body as much as possible. Breathe consciously, and keep your attention on the life form that you are communicating with. And after a few minutes, you will notice a sense of the boundaries dissolving, a melding of the I and the you. And you may even receive messages or impressions as you find yourself in the flow of unspoken communion. So yeah, they're definitely wanting you to take some time in that type of energy where you're just like going within and being silent and reflective. And again, I feel like there has been things that have been failed. So the fog is a simply low cloud, a blanket of water crystals that's been all around us. It's in the silence that it makes its own sound. Boppity boops. Yeah, oh, they want you in the silence. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It makes its own sound. We pause and allow ourselves to be enveloped in this shroud of impenetrable density. We may even feel as if we do nothing but be still and await what is to be revealed. Yet even within the thickest fog, we can be assured that it will eventually burn off as the sun's rays filtrate the veil. Once they do, we can anticipate how the light and warmth will bring us welcome relief from the cold. As the sun continues to disperse the fog, our surroundings become illuminated and we have the opportunity to continue onward. So you are enmeshed in confusion and uncertainty and unsure if it will ever clear up. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Know that this foggy veil will eventually dissolve. Although there may be ways that you unconsciously contribute to this state, the greater truth is that it is simply a cycle that we move through. And like all things, it will pass. So allow yourself to feel confused. In fact, decide to be confused. No matter what attempts you make right now to make things happen or move in a specific direction or out of impatience or frustration, you would only risk creating more confusion and uncertainty. So be still and patient. Wait for that first glimmer of awareness to lift the veil so that you can see the choices before you more clearly and can then choose to align yourself with the will of spirit. So, and again, I don't think that, like, I feel like that's like where you were or like where you're coming from, because I know earlier today you said that you felt like you felt like that burst of like a new beginning, a new energy coming about. So I feel like that's the thing that's like kind of all of us are coming into that. Is this like a rebirth? This is what this is all about. A rebirth, a transformation, a renewal, an ending. But we are like that's been a heavy thing too. It's like we're in the in between. It's like we're not fully there. You know how we have the shadow period after like a retrograde. There's still a little bit of that lingering around. So it's not the time to be like, let me make huge life decisions at this point. Let me go into solitude. Let me be in this place of reflection a little bit longer. Yes, because then the sun is going to come. And when the sun comes, it's going to dry up all the rain. And the itchy bitchy spider will go up the spout again. I've had a spider in my room that is like so fucking comfortable with me. It's crazy. And I finally realized what he was trying to tell me. He keeps going over to that little thing over there. You see that? Like, there's like it's in a weird, but it's like a little like calendar, a hand it was a blank calendar, and I filled it in. A content calendar is what I called it. And it was when I came up with a plan for creating content for certain stuff. And I have all the shit with it, right? And I pulled all that shit out. Like, I found it the other day. I asked Spirit specifically, like, what should I be focused on? And I found the papers that go along with that content calendar. But the days before that even emerged to me, right? There's a little spider that comes and runs back and forth. And I'll be doing a reading for someone over there, and he has no fear. Tonight I brought up my dinner, and he's like came right over. He keeps going on to that calendar and like behind it and on it and behind it and on it. And I was like, oh, you want me to look at the cat? Like that's what you're trying to get me to pay attention to, because they're all about creativity. They're all about that type of stuff. So I don't know. But I didn't see it right away. It took me a fucking couple of days to realize what he was talking about, or that we don't know sometimes. But because we have shit to clear and purge, because there's still shit that's lingering from before, we got to go through the process, and and when we get to the other side, it'll be very clear. So just know. Celebration is on the way too. A sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of the spirit that is present. The quality of the spirit is greater to the degree that you are fully present. The minimum inhibitus about expressing your joy, your happiness through a physical movement. Focus on what you want to celebrate. Put on some music and dance, whether slow or fast. Sing a song while you do. Make one up about what you most have to celebrate. And God's wish is for everyone to enjoy their time on earth, and part of that wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your body, whether it is in private or with a group of friends or a large communal gathering. Let music, song, and dance be a part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating, for truly any celebration is sacred. So that might also be part of it. It's like they want you to invoke like the music. Yeah, look at my goodness, look at what it was right there underneath that. Dude, that's a card that I just read to you. Just instinctively, I was like, let me just read that because that's there, and it was dance, and it was dance, and then it was center, boop, boop. Yeah, that's what they want. They want you to dance. So dance. Have a good time. Dance in solitude, maybe. Dance in the solitude of the island, because the island came again. Yeah, let's see. Doop-a-da. You need to take some time for solitude, preferably in silence. Spend the morning, afternoon, or even the entire day by yourself, completely unplanned and unstructured. The bombardment of your senses by the noise and the intensity of society leaves you on alert for far more than is necessary. The vibration of millions of people's worry and fear throughout the world can impinge upon you and greatly affect you if you do not honor your need to pull back from time to time. And when you have passed through any self-constructed barriers to enjoying the quiet peace and solitude, it will serve you best if you simply observe the thoughts and emotions that pass through you, especially those that cause shortness of breath or a quickening of the heartbeat. And remember that isolation is experienced not by choice but out of fear. When you decide to spend time with yourself in solitude, however, you are choosing to once again find and connect with who you really are. So yeah, I really do think that they want you to spend some time like that, because like I was saying that earlier in the other reading, it was like there's so much shit that's going on out there, so much bombardment, like the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth and this thing and that thing and all these fucking extra shit they're throwing up into the air constantly, and it's a lot, especially for the empaths and the people that are sensitive. It's in the airwaves. And I didn't know until the other day, like I knew that fucking Satan ruled over music, but I didn't know he was like all about the air too. Like he's airwaves and like the legitimate air. Like he fucks with our. And I'm like, because you guys should know, I keep saying that like I think this time's gonna be the air that they kill us with, because they did the fire, they did the water, now they're gonna do the air. And look at this: island, foreign, affair, solo, isolation, standoff, separating. They want you to take some time here, because it's going to help you to see through the facade. The secrets will be lifted. You'll have the insights, the wise awareness, and you'll become able to explore the unknown at the perfect moment. Okay, so eventually, if you make the time and spend the time by yourself, you are going to get to the place that you want to be with the answers that are coming to you, because you'll have the clarity from your mind. But you have a good time too, dance and have some fun and do what you feel called to do. But yeah, and even seeing that guy that's specifically tied to music may have been about, you know what I mean? Like a reminder of like, hey, you like dance, Have some fun, dance, and do that. And look at the mirrors here again. Oh my god, take time to reflect is what it fucking says. Look at that, okay? The mirror has been synchronistically coming through tons and tons. So yes, basically take some time. It always feels like I'm like copping out when I give somebody a message like that, but it's like that's what they want you to know. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, I feel like I'm like, oh, you figure it out yourself. But it's a legitimate message. Bring back the lead paint, yes. Let's all eat the lead. Like, that's such a lie. Who do you know anybody that ate lead paint? And if they did, they're one of those dumbasses that, natural selection. Same type of people that need fucking warnings that their hot coffee's hot. Yes. Yeah, I did a reading in Patreon with the spider as like the picture on it because it's been coming through a lot. Let's see. Where spiders are the World Wide Web. Yes, and that's all tied to this too. It's all tied to this too. See, you know what you're talking about. You know what the messages are. That you trust your trust your talents in changing times as well. You have talents. You have a lot to offer and do and connect with and share. So trust that. And stargaze, everybody. That's going to help you to set your sights higher, but also to connect with your intuition and the messages and the guidance that the spirit want to give to you. All right, I got the rake done. Again, I always feel like I'm like, I can't give you an answer. They want you to find the answer. Okay. I didn't hear about, okay. Hi, Bridget. My sexy love from a person. How is he feeling towards me right now? Okay. I get more sexy cards. I guess it's right. Like, I don't know where they are. Oh, there's some. So many people have been buying the so sexy, the Deeper Desires deck out of nowhere for some reason. I feel like there must be some reader out there that has a lot of followers using it or something. Oh, I keep burping. Sorry. I'm so sexy. Go get the sexy. Can't wait. Okay. I think about it all the time. Got these ones for now. I picked up all the decks over here. I had decks on the bottom of my little rolly cart, but they're not there anymore. So now I'm kind of like, I don't remember. There's stuff like in different spots than there normally are. All right. I'm gonna sit down because I've been standing up for a long time, and it's not a good idea for me to do for too long. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah, the fucking don't know how to act. I feel like, I did see one, and I didn't bring it. Okay. I'm stupid.
Sexy messages. My person, how's it feeling? Tourism run there. Okay. Yeah. My background music in my head always fits to what's going on, don't you know, man? I say a word as I trigger a song. Very much. I got yeah, I feel this is interesting. I feel like he wants you to like step be in the control position. I was gonna say like step up, but like this is the position. Like say she's like like I'm standing like I'm gonna dominate. I'm gonna take control. Yeah, tie me up and take control. And then this one, same thing. And it's like, everything about you is my biggest temptation. I want to scream from the rooftop and tell all the nations. So I feel like he might also want to step up and like stop being such a pussy bitch, or stop, being whatever the fuck he is. like, like actually take control of his, like take control. Like I want to tell people, but I don't because I'm a pushy. Like, but I also feel like there's like this energy of intimidation too, like an intimidation factor around it, but also an attraction to it, like a dualistic energy. Period. What is that? Ten of Cups. Yeah. So with the Ten of Cups with the Decameron, you see how again he's on the floor with his like, oh my god, you blew my world. Like I feel like it feels kind of like, yeah, like look at this guy. See how this guy is like a fucking hot mess. I gotta be careful with these guys because they get mad at this shit. He's got his big schlong out there, right? But look at his face. Like totally clueless, totally stupid, totally and like it's a limpy limp. So she's like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, oh, sorry. Don't look. It's because they get mad at us for showing it. Yeah, I don't care if you look at it. Clearly, but yeah, I feel like there's that energy of like he feels intimidated, he feels like stupid, he feels like a limp dick, and he's not necessarily a limp dick, but he feel like yeah, look, you're everything I've ever wanted, yet I'm afraid of even getting started. Exactly what I fucking said, bitch. He's like fucking all weird, like looking in the doorway instead of doing shit because he's a fucking weirdo. like half handicapped, half afraid. I don't know what's going on here. Like, look at his face is like, and then this one, it's like he took so long, he became like ancient, and now he can't get it up. It's like this guy is young, could get it up, he's dumb. The other one, maybe does he drink or something? Is he a drunk? I feel like there's something that he does that makes him dumb. He might smoke too much. Like he does. I feel like he's doing something that like numbs him, but also makes him like useless. Like I had too many drinks. Now I can't do anything. If you ever try to have sex with somebody that's too drunk, it's like this guy. What the fuck? Like you don't know. You might as well just go home. Yeah, and I feel like as you get older, you can't do that anyways. It's like by then it stops working anyhow. So he's fucking up on his life, being young and dumb and wasting his time. And then when he does get opportunities, he's so overstimulated, overwhelmed, and nervous. So he's like, I gotta take a shot or I gotta drink something so that I calm my nerves. But then he ends up like passing out. He's like trying to balance between being like confident enough to approach you and not go too far to then not be able to do anything about it because he's like messed up, and it's out of his lack of confidence, it's out of his insecurities, it's out of his like stupidity, like I'm getting that energy from this person. So thinking of anything like touching you does things to my body, I should be locked in a zoo. It's like I feel like it's like crazy, like overwhelming to him. It's intense. It's like, yeah, he's weird. He's like, I would even like just drink your piss because I'm fucking like, and it would be like a delicacy to me because he's weird. He's got some problems, man. No, he doesn't drink or smoke. Work burns him out. Okay, but it's also just like, I think you stress him out. You see how he's like afraid to take her dress off. He's like peeling it off. He's like, I'm afraid of even getting started. Like I feel like you dominate in this energy. Do you like when you do sleep together? Are you quick to take action and like you don't hold back? Are you nervous or intimidated in any way? Because I feel like he might try to meet that energy with you, but it's like a feeling of like this intimidation. You know, it feels like he's intimidated by your energy. And look, see, like she's peeing in a fucking thing, like a bowl, and he's like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. It's amazing." No, he could at least look the other way. It's nothing to like be like, "Wow, you're so beautiful. Can you pee in my mouth?" Someone is trying to take you away from me, my love. I'll fight and I'll pray for help from above. That could also be part of it. Maybe he's afraid of getting started with you because he's intimidated at the thought of like trying to compete with others. That like I'm so busy, I'm so tired, like my brain is fried because I'm like exhausted, and I don't know though. Like I really do feel like maybe your intelligence too. Because like a dude isn't gonna flat out come and tell you, be like, you're just so intelligent, it makes me feel like I'm dumb, and you're just so beautiful, it makes me feel like inadequate. They're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna do their best to pretend like that's not going on in their brain, but it might be going on in their brain, and that might be a big issue here. You know, yeah, it's like he wants to put blindfold on you so that he feels more confident. Bend over right now, ash in the air. I love the view, darling, pulling that hair. I feel like he could even have a little bit because like people with like the neuro spicy people being perceived is a lot for us sometimes. Like it's like, oh no, like it just depends on the circumstance. And like if you are tired, if you are overwhelmed, if you are nervous, intimidated, or whatever, I know it's been hard, I know it's been long, you're limiting yourself by saying it's wrong. I feel like there's a thing within him that goes back and forth, and it's like he likes it, he enjoys it, he would like to do it, but he's also like nervous and intimidated and goofy and unable to like just step up and get started. He can't even get started because he's like playing it up in his head too much or something, or has some sort of insecurity that's come about from something. You've never met him in person. I think I intimidate him. We tend to like intellectual conversations. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe that's it too, because it haven't happened. So if it hasn't happened, then I think everybody gets nervous if it's never happened with somebody before. They don't know what it's going to be like. It could be horrible. It could be great. It could be whatever. But I think that there is an intimidation factor with him. So I'm picking that up, but there's not a lack of desire or a lack of like I enjoy you. It's just like I'm nervous. So I was definitely getting that energy. Yeah, I want to suck on those lips, hold on to those hips while you ride on this dick. So he does want to do it. I just think that something makes him nervous. I also think he's afraid, like with the distance, he may be afraid that someone else is going to like step in and take you away from him, or be a better fit for you because there won't, there isn't going to be somebody in the way, or there isn't going to be a big fucking like mountain to climb. Nobody has ever made me feel with just one look. All that you have is like a hook. So you've got him hooked from one look, and I think that even that can be intimidating for people. So he may feel, I feel like there's a part of him that does want you to like be in control, like fuck me here, fuck me there, please just fuck me anywhere, like take control and like prove that like you're not interested in anybody else either. Even though men are supposed to be the ones pursuing, providing, and doing all those things, sometimes they don't have that, like they don't feel confident enough, or like that it's reciprocated, like they don't want to look foolish. Everybody's so fucking afraid of looking foolish, but it's like they see like this is how they feel towards you, this is what like they would like watch you pee in a bowl. You make them happy, you make them content. This is the 9 of Cups. But I feel like they may be worried that if they give too much to you, or like pursue, like I feel like they're just worried about like what the outcome could be, and it could be because of things that they've already been through, people that have already played with them and held back when they should have given, or just things that ended out badly. But I definitely feel like there's something that's being held back. Obviously distance would make you be held back as well, but you're also like bringing about more emotion inside of this person too, like they're tapping back in to that, like the desire to be connected with people and like be romantic and like receptive and innocent again and like joyful, like the honeymoon stage of a relationship, excited and wow. But also I feel like there's something about him that's like he feels intimidated, he feels goofy, he feels like he would mess up. Like see how he's like this guy's like again stumbling over like I don't know, like I feel like he's just nervous, intimidated about if I would be do you justice or so like make you happy, because the Four of Cups again is about being like missing out on the thing, like oops, I fucked up, I missed my opportunity to shine like a star, like I came too quick, or I did XYZ when I should have done ba ba ba. So it's like I'm looking at what I would like to do, but I'm not taking any action in pursuing because I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up. But I do feel this like soul connection, Two of Cups type of energy. It's not that I don't want to take your clothes off, I'm just intimidated about if I'd be able to do it the right way. And also probably the distance too would make someone feel nervous about, am I even going to be able to get there and do all that stuff? Is like I travel the world. So the world card is here. It might want this cycle to end of being so far at a distance, but wanting to make that decision like together with the confidence of knowing that is you want to pursue things further too, not just it's not just a one-sided thing. So he might be going very slow at this time, like the Knight of Pentacles. It may feel like nothing's really happening, but I think he's a traditional person. Okay, like the Hierophant is like taking your time, being traditional. Four of Wands, marriage, commitment. Wants to treat you like an empress, not like a booty call. And have dinner together. Bring about like that innocence again. Like be a mother and a father. Have something of tangible like love and commitment and all of that. So. But again, when you're at a distance, it's hard to make that decision. So I think he wants this time to come to an end, but he also wants you both to be making that decision together. He doesn't want to be like, hey, blah, 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 like say something and then have it not be like reciprocated. I feel like he wants to be able to woo you with his offers and his gestures and the way that he is, but he's not sure if he will be able to. So just take your time and keep getting to learn about each other, talk to each other, and figure out what it goes. But I feel like he's definitely like looking at you a lot and like wanting more from you. This is Ten of Pentacles. This is the ultimate fulfillment. Like I could see myself spending the rest of my life with you, but no, we gotta get through this chapter to get to that chapter, and just make sure that you let it be known that you do want those types of things too. If that's what you do want, is to like pursue things further. Maybe perhaps somebody moves from where they are to yeah, look at closeness. Just come a little motherfucking closer. Come a little bit closer. He wants to come closer. Let's see. Babidi boo. Never met him in Burma, but intimidate. We tend to okay, overthink it. Very true. I think he likes dominating women. He has been burned a lot in relationships. Yes, the inner child in him comes out. He feels safe enough to be silly sometimes. And yes, to close this long distance, that's beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, and just remember how you like. I think this is something we all forget when we're dealing with people. Is like because we like that person so much that we're dealing with, like we just like exempt them from the feelings that we're feeling. But if they like you too, which they most likely do, or they would not be like talking, or you know what I mean. People, I just came out again. People don't continue to talk to people they don't like unless they're using them for something. And if you're at a fucking distance, there's not much they can use you for. You know what I mean? Like, what's he gonna use you for? You're not fucking him. You're not like, yeah. Hopefully, you're not spending money on him. Like, don't be doing anything that's crazy like that. Just let things naturally progress. But I feel like we all need to remember that like a lot of times we just assume the other person's totally like feeling differently than we are. Like they don't like me. I'm just a pain in their ass. Well, if they didn't like you, they wouldn't be spending time with you and blah 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 blah. But like it's a thing on both sides. Both people need to remember that it's like both people are most likely feeling nervous. Both people most likely do want more intimate time together. Do want to come closer together. Would like to travel that distance. But both people are still like in that beginning stage of not knowing for sure. And and if he has been around people that were more controlling or powerful people that are like, I'm gonna do what I want, you do what I blah, blah. He may be unsure of how to take the lead, but I think you do make him feel safer. So, and that's okay. Like it's okay to be different than who he's been with. You need to take the lead. You can let him become the man he's meant to be, and safe and secure in being that. Because like sometimes people just need that time to be able to do so, because
I feel like if he was in relationships where he was burnt, like those weren't healthy relationships. He didn't get to be the man that he's meant to be. So now he gets to be the man he's meant to be, and you're giving him that by, taking your natural flow through this, and you being the woman that you're meant to be, giving him, the energy of being empress and being kind and nurturing and loving and compassionate and all of that way. And that's how we get a power couple, is by encouraging the inner child in both of each other to heal from whatever they've been through, where they were disconnected or not connecting, like our attachments to the people in our lives and the relationships we've been through. If they were broken, if they were fucked up and they were toxic, or we've got hurt in them, we got to find the person that's willing to do the work to help us overcome those things, so we can have closeness and we can embody who we're meant to be on the highest level. So yeah. But a lot of people go to what we know instead of what will help us grow. I feel like this is a relationship that can help us grow. You can help each other grow if you choose to. Yeah, if you choose to nourish each other and don't push things too quickly. You can be a power couple rather than one of you being like you taking the power, because that leads to the same stuff that happens in the past. It's like something gets imbalanced, something fucks up, It's like, let's both empower each other. Let's both care for what the other one needs, and get to where we're meant to be when we're meant to be. Yeah, take our fucking time, go slow, and when we get there, we get there. But as long as we're both supportive of each other on the way there, that's all good. We're healing. 4 Swords. We're healing all that shit from our fucking times of being in the tower. All the times that people broke our hearts, and all the time we did give our power to people that were like, they shouldn't have been in the power position because they were not good, powerful people. They were bad, powerful people. Yeah. So I feel like that's, yeah, he likes you. He would like to do more with you. I think he, is just learning how to become a better version of himself and stand in his power, be more confident, and like heal from the shit that he's already dealt with when it came to love and commitment and connection and changing the perspective. So you're like a guiding light, helping him to surprise himself and shift himself to a new beginning, big changes, identifying in a whole new way. His soul essence and vibration is going to be in a new way, and that's going to bring the justice and the balance that is necessary so you can have your fated meeting and your divine union and the goodness. No more of the tragic romance. No more of the despair and the revenge. No more of the assholes. We're gonna get the good souls. We're gonna have the divine things, the nice things, the good peoples that actually, and help him to become the divine masculine. He's needed to be in his action, in his power. Dominant. Yeah, he's supposed to be doing that, and you're allowing him to by not being a control freak, or not being like the women that he might have dealt with in the past that were not so feminine and not so nice and broke his heart. So yeah, you're helping him to find his true masculine role, and he's probably helping you to find your true feminine role, and you're both helping to heal each other's inner child, and your answers will come true, your prayers will be answered, and you'll get your lucky day, your abundance, and all of those things when you're meant to. So just take your time. It just takes some time. You're awakened in your mind, and everything will be alright. Good night, my beautiful. I'm a new subscriber to the channel, and I'm already loving everything here. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. I haven't really been very active on the channel in a while, but there's a lot of stuff here that came about from when I was, and I am getting back to that level. So more stuff is coming. Even tonight, there'll be things there for you tomorrow to see that are for everybody. But thank you. Yes, balance. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, let me go back up. Swanee Swan. Who next here? Hey. I don't know if Rick is still here. If Rick is still here, did you download the dingy that I sent? The diggy? They have it's weird. I don't know why the place keeps sending me. There's a music book or something, like a guide to music from a certain college, I think it's a college.
I can't remember it, the exact information about it in my head right now, but I keep seeing it like for many times, and finally I was like, let me just fucking send this to him because like why do you keep sending it to me? But like people keep talking about that, like, we are being targeted with ads and we're being targeted with this, like, and like they're targeting thoughts, and I'm like, well, why am I getting weird ass random fucking ads? Like I'll get ads that don't make it. I'm not looking into like I don't know, crazy shit that I'm just not looking into, and I know dad ain't looking into. Like it'd be like women's fucking like get your I don't know, something done that I have no desire to do, don't need to do, won't be doing. It's like I have not even thought about, looked at, or considered. I don't even look at anybody that has considered done. It's weird. It's weird. And then I'll get stuff that like makes more sense for like my brother. Like, or want to like help your fucking business. That's absolutely nothing to do with the business that you're running. Like, no, I don't. Thank you. But it was a music thing for, it's like Rick makes music. So there was one for the guitar and there was one for like writing songs, and I keep seeing them. All right, so let's see. Oh, let me see. Did you have a question, Paloma? If anybody's in here that hasn't asked your question yet, let me know. My green peoples. Why you got a number 2? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What'd I do? I don't know what I did. Ah, stop doing that. All right. Number 2. Okay. We had almost 2 beautiful weeks together. He seems such a good guy. I don't know what's going on next. Oh, so do you want to know about him? Okay. What do you want to, let's see. Makes me question about my twin. I still think about him all the time. I think about you all the time. Feel my fantasy. Okay. You're the best. Oh, wait. Now you got a 3. How'd you get a 3? How'd you get a 3? It's weird. Oh, you are there. I've been getting flooded with luggage. Oh, they want you to get on the plane and go far away. Maybe they want you to go with Jenny. Jenny's over there doing some stuff. Jenny was gonna be close to this happened to me the other day too, and it finally clicked, but I couldn't get it at first. The name of the person that lives there is in my head, but I can't retrieve it at the moment. Probably how to handle things next at a distance. Okay, let's see. How about what happened last time? Let's not do that this time. Let's take it calm and slow, Take it easy, which I'm sure you will. Yeah, look at like delay, frozen, delay, longing. I think this is a test for you, Paloma, because look at travel distance, I like relocation. I feel like this distance thing is a test for you specifically because we know that you have your attachment, your way that you attach to others is sometimes, right? Like it gets and when it gets it's not the best because it can make things, a little bit burdensome and hardship, right? But you're learning as you go, like, oh, that's maybe not the best way to be. Like, when this thing happened, maybe I shouldn't have just, like, assumed the worst and not said anything until it got to when it got even worse, and that's when I said stuff, and then by then, it was really worse, right? So, I think that this person being at a distance is going to be, like, a test, or there's going to be triggers along the way that just help you to like face that about yourself, like face your attachment style there that gets a little bit nervous or upset at this when we don't know exactly what's going on, where are they, or something shifts a little bit because you got used to the pattern of how you guys are connecting, and all of a sudden that pattern breaks, and it's like, oh no, what happened, and I don't hear from you, and we assume bad things. Just stay in communication, like make sure that's known, like keep yourself in your place of power, So like stay in your power, and stay in the power to communicate clearly. Like if he does something that bothers you, say it. Don't wait. Don't give him the silent treatment. Don't be like, well, I'm just gonna be mad in silence, because that's not going to get you the answers, the outcome that you want. That's not going to bring you closer. And he's going to pick up on the shift in your energy, and it was very clear. I was like, oh my God. You can see the very shift in your energy when you go from happy to not happy. But if we don't tell them what that reasoning is, then that doesn't help at all, right? So just make sure that you keep your communication open with each other, yeah, so that bad stuff doesn't continue on. Be keeping your eyes on the prize, resourceful, conservative, constant eye on the prize, like the devil here, right? And it's like, just keep your eyes on the prize of, like, you know what you would like to have happen in the outcome, or you would like things to move forward easily and effortlessly. Like we're not forcing things, we're not pushing things, we're not going in a rush, we're not going to stress out at the first little bump in the road. We are going to take it nice and easy, because that's going to help us to be more mature, and that's going to help us to develop and find our achievements. So longevity can happen. Like we can't get longevity when we are chaotic inside of ourselves. So the devil is pushing you to go the long way here. Like, you're gonna have longevity. You're going to learn the lessons of communication, and when the time is right for things to shift, they will. So this is like perfect timing, longevity again. Both of these cards fucking say longevity. I feel like this is gonna be something that could have a long-term outcome. Like this could be the person that you have a good connection with, a long-term connection with, as long as you don't let your fears and your doubts and your insecurities and things like that come up and like fucking up, right? So there's like stress and fatigue and illness and worry and restless and right? It's like that's what comes about when we get into this energy of jealousy. When we start feeling like oh yeah, look, it says silent treatment. It says silent treatment. So no silent treatment. No getting all anxious and mad and shutting down, because that's not going to get you the longevity. If you want the good longevity, and you want the maturity, and you want the healthy, and you want the good, just take your time and go slow and communicate very openly, and that's like the achievement. But I'm sure there'll be times where you get like upset, and that's normal. Every relationship has that experience. Nobody's perfect. We're never gonna always be like, I'm just so happy, oh my God, all the time, this person just makes me fucking happy. Like, sometimes people make us upset, sometimes people do something stupid, sometimes people forget something, sometimes people fall asleep, like I've fallen, like there's been plenty of times that I have fallen asleep and have slept way past like what normal is. And then like, oh yeah, sorry, I fell asleep for like 3 days. It's like I can have people that believe that and connect with me and deal with it or not. But it's like, it doesn't, sometimes those things happen. Life is out of our control. But so as long as like you guys don't get into that energy of like doing crafty, cunning, slick, sly, like tit for tat stuff, right? Like if you get triggered, we're not gonna be the silent treatment, let me trigger him back. Like he's been gone for 4 hours, I'm gonna make him wait for 5 hours. We're not gonna do that, because then that just creates that type of dynamic where you both are gonna start participating in that negative energy back and forth. We don't want that, right? We don't want that. We don't want the storms of brewing. We don't want the chaos and the crap. And also use this time to learn more about yourself and like relationships in general and this other person, so that you don't end up like, say you're like, oh wow, he's perfect, he's amazing, I'm gonna move in with him next week, and then you get there and you really didn't give yourself much time to find out he's a serial killer and now you're dead. Like, this is why it's important to study and take some time to look at the fine details and just examine how he is, because people are always good in the beginning of a fucking relationship. It's easy for them to hide, if they're gonna be evil and bad and all of that, and it's like, we never know for sure. Sometimes people are evil, sometimes people do weird shit, sometimes people just switch up just because they fucking switch up, like, and they may not have ever been that way before. Sometimes they just fucking become that way randomly. And it's like, wow, thank you. I'm so lucky I got this version of you. But regardless, you're like, there's stuff that I feel like they want you to like journal. They want you to take your time. They want you to go slow and enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. Because like if you do end up in a long-term longevity with this person, right?
this might be the last time that you're by yourself. So enjoy this time of single, by yourself, having, you know, your own freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want, like, and not really care. Because, like, when you know, like, if you're around another person, it messes with your vibe a little bit. Like, it like impedes upon you. So, embrace this time alone. I would also, like, journal what's going on in yourself, honoring your feminine energy, honoring what wants to come through you, and just take your time to get to know, like, each other, and whatever it is that hasn't been serving you, whatever's been repetitive and, like, it felt good when it's over. Like, what are the things that I've done in my other relationships, or what are the things that I keep seeming to have happen that don't really truly serve me? Let me get rid of that shit so that I can collaborate and have joy and effective, peaceful communication with each other. Like, this is the dolphins' harmony. This is, like, you know, good partnership, but let's make sure first. Let's make sure that that's really what we're jumping into. And fulfillment, okay? True love, fulfillment, affection, heart's desire. It's like, this is an opportunity for you to really embody your Empress energy, your divine feminine energy, and you know, get that happiness, that magnetic abundance, and heal with your energy, your intention, yeah, your subconscious. Like, again, that's where all those fucking false beliefs are under the surface, the things that sabotage us. And look at the shadow, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation is the shadow queen. So I really do think that shadow work is significant for a lot of people at this time. Just, and if you're in Patreon, there's the shadow workbook in there for free. I just made it, and it's just questions. You just answer the questions, and it will help you, and it's free for you because you're in there. If anybody's not in the Patreon and they want the shadow workbook, it's $3.33. You just go there, and it's like, like, when you go to my Patreon, there's a thing that will be like posts that are for sale, and it's $3.33 for some of the posts that are in there. Now that I know how to do it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can do that easily. So, yeah, if somebody's interested, it's like I did it specifically for divine feminine and twin flame dynamics, but you could probably, if you're a man or the divine masculine, you could probably flip it around, because it was like but it depends on your dynamic. It was like how does it make you feel when, like, person ghosts or this or that. And even if you're, you know, talking with someone else now, right, like the twin flame thing happened, and that was a trigger, and that was a fuck show, and that hurt you, and that held you back, and that was like stringing you up in fucking circumstances that was not good for you, right? And it was like, stringing you along, complicated circumstances, puzzling conundrum, and it held you back for a while. But now you're shifting your perception, you're changing your energy, letting go of that manipulation and all that stuff. Now you're networking, marketing, expanding, and finding a better way forward. You're going the distance. But those things that happened, it's a good idea to reflect on what were the, like, feelings and the things, like, how, you just said in the beginning of this, like, I still kind of have, like, this thing, this underlying, like, it's clearly still there. So if it's still there, lingering in the ether, you know, like, we don't want to bring that into the next relationship, because that's just going to fuck it up. We don't want a third party in our relationship, even if they only exist in our mind. Like, do the shadow work, do the stuff, because then that way you don't have a repetitive, like, oh man, I fucked up and I made a mistake and now I'm back to square one, or whatever. Just take inventory within yourself more. But I feel like things are going to go well for you if you are prudent and keep your eyes on the prize about healing and taking your time and doing things the right way. And it's like, there really is no true 100% right way. It's just not like the crazy way, right? Let's take our time. Let's build a relationship that's devoted and communicative. Let's go places. Let's, like, meet each other. Like, you guys could travel together before you start, like, talking about, like, let's just commit to moving in, you know. And I'm not saying it has to take forever for you to get there. Just don't rush it, because that's when we make mistakes, and that's when we fucking wish we didn't do what we did. So get out there and expand into the world. Have fun. I do think this is something that can help you to break free from that fucking stupid ball and chain of that dickwad that you were fucking letting be a ball and chain for way too goddamn long. And you're on the fucking little steppy stones to a much better place, you know? Much better time for you. Yeah, you're gonna find a better anchor, better willpower, better. Rising like the phoenix, out of the ashes. Good time. Where am I? Wait.
Hello. What the fuck is that? Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. I don't remember that somehow. You don't remember that somehow. What don't you? Oh, just recently in the messages on Patreon, there was a thing that I showed you. I think it was Stanford. Stanford is the call. Literally, just like within the last week, I sent it into there on the Patreon Messenger. I said, "Hey Rick, I keep seeing this," and I sent the link because I don't have a reason for a fucking writing song book and a playing the guitar book. But maybe you do. So I sent it. But I've been seeing those, it's like a download, a PDF download that you give them your email and your phone number, and then they like send you the PDF for like that specific thing from, I believe it's Stanford. I don't know if Stanford has that music program, but you know, it was something like that. It was a college that was like, hey, we want to give you music. And I was like, thank you, but I don't really need it in this manner. But that's what I was saying. Like, it just doesn't really make that much sense for me. All right. Hello. Their chat rank. Okay. Chat rankings. Thank you. It's fucking new, right? I don't know. So many weird things. Okay, I sent 2 questions and sent payment to PayPal. Okay. I've been getting flooded with luggage commercials. We talked about that. How did I have to handle things next? Question are in the chat, but I can send again. Okay. Will Taurus ever see Sydney Cancer ever again? Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. Wait, oh, I almost forgot about fucking Monica again. I always do that. Monica was way up here, but I think I was still going in order. It's just the way that people, like, when people come in, is like, I try to do everything in order for the peeps, but I will get to the people down there too. And, oh yeah, let's see, what the heck? Yeah, I can't see the questions from here, Melissa. So, I will need you to give them to me in the comment boxes in order to get to them or to see them, because right now all it says is that you sent a thing, but it doesn't say me what it says with it. It never does. It's weird. Unless they give me, it's complicated. Every phone's different too. Where the fuck is the Malabadua? And the bar? Where is the Bobbity Bee? Oh, Chris, let me know if you have a question. Tarot with the stars. I need to get ready for work. Ba-ba-ba-dee beep. I want to ask about my health and my healing. I want to feel more energetic and have my old body back, but I haven't been losing any weight. Okay. So, 151, 151, something like that. It was up there for the time. So, you would think that I'd remember that, but I would tell myself, oh, we can remember that. No, you can't. I can't. I think I can, but I can't. Okay, so at 151, because I think she's probably gone by now. At 15115, ba-ba-ba-dee-bap, is the Monica. With the stars. Oh man, I went on the way over there. It's the sun dancers, the joyful activity, the celebration of life and abundance. And you got illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. That's crazy. There's 2 celebrations right there. And it's the same deck. It's like the same deck. See? So, same deck. There's
celebration of life, and then the illumination celebration. So I feel like there's going to be a new, again, like you were saying, like the other stuff that was like already resonating for you, and this is like stuff that you were getting this week too, like messages that I've already given in the beginning that were like for everybody. I feel like that is, yeah, you are receptive to that energy. That is what's happening for our collective. So we are on our way to this. So you're like, I haven't been able to do it, and I want to do it. I want to bop it, bop, but like I can't see. But if you are going to be able to, because yeah, this makes sense right here too. You're no longer going to be in the self-sabotage, the poverty consciousness. You are accelerating. You may have taken the long way there, right? Oh, it took me forever. I'm so new. Like sometimes we do that to ourselves. Sometimes we take a little bit longer to get there because we think negatively about it, or we, don't see the results that we want with certain stuff, and it sets us back a little bit. But you are also learning how to utilize your magic. You're learning how to like be intentional too, and like mindful that you are magic. Your thoughts, your words, the things that you do, the things that you don't do, the way that you express yourself, the elements that are on the planet, like the earth, the air, the fire, the water, all of that is working in collaboration with everything around us, and we can utilize it for the highest and the best, and we can like channel it and have a good outcome with it, for the luck and the abundance and the outcome that we want. Or we can listen to the goblin and the voice and the shadows and the self-sabotage and the scarcity and the fears and the doubts and the things that tell us that we can't do that, we're not enough, and blah, 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 right? So you're learning to recognize that and be that spirit of wind. Be that spirit that is going to shake shit up and disrupt. You're the activity that's going to be the movement that shifts and changes those voices. You're the activity that's going to start to see that you are the determining factor of how quickly or how slowly you get up that stairway, and how you appear while you're on those stairs, and how much we weigh and how we reflect, and all of that is part of our essence and our vibration. And it also comes from loving yourself instead of looking at ourselves and beating ourselves up and doubting ourselves and like feeling badly about us right now, which again is sometimes hard when we do feel those ways, but it doesn't help us to get to the outcome that we want, because we're stuck in the vibration of feeling icky, like, oh my god, I'm so this and I'm so that, blah, blah, blah. Well, we continue to go on that path of I'm so that, and increase that I'm so that, because that's what we are looking at, focused on, thinking about, emanating, and it keeps happening. Just like when I started losing weight and it got to the point where like, oh no, oh no, oh no, and then I'm fucking Skeletor, oh no, like I didn't want to be that, because I had started off thinking I was fat. And then I went to find, oh no, I'm way too not fat. But like the whole way down and the whole way up and all those times and in between, I was never like, wow, this is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy. But if I had, I most likely would have started to emanate a better reflection when I was like, I'm happy with what I am. My essence is a reflection of how I think and how I feel. And so that is going to reflect back to me how I look and how I feel. But if I, am feeling negatively about it, thinking negatively about it, that's just going to ripple back to me in the mirror as well. And you have that power to shift that. Start doing affirmations. You know how to do this because you've done it before with other things, but you can do it with this as well. Just be mindful about what you say. You are the one you're the returning light. You are your guiding light. You're the one that can be fanciful within this, and you are the one that has the ability to be curious, be independent. This is like a test from the universe, like you're testing yourself, the universe is testing. You can pass this test. You can do what you need to do to make those big surprises shift and see, believe, speak, think, feel in a different way, and you'll start to emanate back in a new way, and like detach from the outcome too. Like know that like it doesn't have to be overnight, it doesn't have to have instantaneous results, and that nobody but you is really all that invested in to where you end up, or how like we a lot of times the way that we are about how we look and how we feel and all that, like about our reflection and shit, is because we feel like other people are going to perceive us XYZ. And it doesn't matter how they perceive us or whatever. It doesn't, because it's not like they're coming to be like, hey, I think that you are over, like, if maybe a doctor, because that's what the doctors do it to everybody, regardless of where they're fucking at. But like for the most part, there's not like a stranger in the street coming up to be like, hey, yo, you're overweight, like, or you're the blah blah blah. Like, I find you to be X Y Z. Like, you think that, you feel that, you are the one that's like focused on that. So that's on your mind. That's on your worries. But it's usually because you're worried in the way of like, how am I being perceived by others? Oh no. It's not because, like, if there was no other fucking humans on the planet, you probably wouldn't give a fuck. If nobody had ever existed on the planet, you wouldn't even know that there's a preference for anything other than what you are. Because you would be the only one. You know what I mean? So we allow a lot of shit to fucking influence us that I mean, we want to be healthy for different reasons. And we don't want to let ourselves get to a point where it's like we're becoming like uncomfortable or it's like difficult for certain stuff. But when it comes to like the other stuff, which is more likely the fucking big fuel behind all the rest of it, we start to get unhealthy. We start to get uncomfortable. We start to have more problems. But it all stemmed from that original being perceived from others and thinking that like they're gonna judge me and I look this and I'm stupid and blah 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 blah, and comparing ourselves to others. And we shouldn't be doing that. But that's, you know, that's usually where it stems from, gets built up, and then, you know, it manifests into the material all around us. But it doesn't have to stay that way. There's people who change all of that very quickly and easily when they decide to. So try to detach from it too, and realize that nobody is that, like, you know, looking and judging and like, wow, nobody's doing that. Is you do it to yourself, like in terms of what you expect other. Oh my god, like we all do. We all get weird in our head. We like assume the worst. Oh my god, they're looking at my ass. Oh my god, nobody's looking. Nobody cares. Like we always feel this way, but they aren't. And if they are, it's probably not as many as we expect it to be. Like we always feel like we're singled out. We always feel like we're the one, that the odd man, that everybody's looking at me and everybody's making fun of me and everybody thinks I'm stupid and ugly. And they don't. They're doing the same thing. Most people are doing the same thing. And the ones that do act out and be a dickhead and say stupid shit and have little comments are the ones that are just insecure as well. They're just as insecure. They're just fucked up in their own head. They, like, a lot of times anybody who is like that is evil. You know, they got envy and fucking, they're just a miserable asshole anyways. So don't let other shit like that take you power either. But you have the power to be transmuting what it is that you would like, okay? You have the skill to manifest a whole new beginning, and you have the ability to like see and to dream into being what it is that you'd like to bring about. Oh, let's see. I need to get, oh yeah, okay, I thought you said something new. I was like, oh, wait a minute, okay. Yeah, so, also, when, like, I did the video in the past about, like, how to lose weight quickly, like, the power of attraction, and, it wasn't that long ago that I had some memories pop up into connection to it, because it was like, I would think certain things, say a certain thing, the next day, it was like, I would be, like, down another couple pounds, and it was through the power of attraction, so that video is on this channel, but also in that video I talk about like it depends on where we're holding weight too, and the same thing with pain. Like if we're holding, like I said this to somebody that I told somebody the other night actually, and they were like, oh my god, what is, like, because there's a person that we both know, and this person is horrible. This person lies out their asshole. It's the fucking mother of a asshole that I dated, right? She lies all the time. She's always lied. Always, always, always. And he lies too. And that's why they lie all, like, non-fucking stop. Just the worst fucking people. And she yells constantly. She's so fucking horrible. Can't hate her. Okay? I hate her. I don't hate her, but I do not like her. So, I would not be, like, phased to see, oh yeah, boo-hoo, she's gone. Like, she's just not a good person. I had to live in the house with the lady, She was evil on purpose. On purpose. But because of the lying and because of the yelling and because she had like a fucking do that type of shit. I can't fucking stand her. She was horrible. She looks like a frog. Like she looks like a frog, but it's her neck, like. And I had said to the person I was on the phone with the other night, I was like, well, that's why blah, 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 his neck is so... And they were like, oh my god, why is that so fucking big? What is that? They were like they were so happy that someone else fucking mentioned that fucking thing because it's like really big, but
I'm sure it's probably gotten bigger because it's been a long time since I've seen that person, but it was big the day that I met that person. But I find that when you're full of fucking shit, you get a bunch of fucking up here. And when you're like, you know, lying about relationships, or you're like doing nasty shit, or you're fucking a bunch of people that you should, like, you may not start gaining physical weight, but you might start getting sick internally, or you might start having issues with your mechanisms, or you might start carrying like, oh, why does my lower back hurt? Oh, maybe you should stop fucking all the hoe bags, you know? Like, you know, it's going to impact you depending on what you're doing and what you're not doing. And it's important to remember that, because these are, again, all reflections of stuff. But if, like, we're holding excess weight anywhere, or we're holding pain anywhere, or like there's a limitation on something, it's usually connected. Like my left foot, okay? Both of the feet are fucked up, but the left foot is fucking way fucking worse. I've heard it so many times. It like did its own thing by itself, right? But then after it opens up, it's like, oh, kick that fucking thing like more than once. The thing downstairs, a gate, just fucking swingy gate. It's supposed to just swing open and like you swing it closed, but my dad put the thing there, so it was like shoot right over the top of it. Drop a fucking cup on it. The other day, I'm laying in my bed. Tell me how I land. How did I fall out of my bed as an adult? But how did I land like that, slapping down on the fucking floor? That fucking, oh my god, I screamed and cried like but it's my left side. It's my feminine side. And it's also how I move forward. And there's a lot of stuff, right? I've even had crazy confirmations with it. It lets me know, like what it's with the divine feminine side, and I get the eyes to see it, and I know what it's all connected to, and it's like the fucking the generosity and the receiving, right? Gift withholding, the lady of the gift. It's like the fucking assholes and the things and the stuff that we deal with, and like the inner conflict that we go through, and the dishonesty that happens, the communication that comes through and fucks with us and impacts us from within. And we do it to ourselves, and we have others that can like impact us externally. But even if if somebody does something in our life and it impacts us in a certain way, how we respond to that is also on us. And like for myself, right, I stopped creating content for how long? I started fucking like not, because I fucking out of survival, out of this thing of like, I don't want to fucking deal. Because I'm not that way. I don't want to fight. I don't want to be an asshole. I don't want to make somebody who's already a fucking aggressive and asshole-y more aggressive and asshole-y. So I just fucking whatever. But now, you know, I realize that's not helping me. And that's not gonna, and they really don't want me to. Spirit, and a lot of spirits have been very, very fucking like, no, we're not doing this again. You're not doing this again. Done it so many fucking times before. This is the time you fucking step up and you fucking speak the truth. You stop letting people do this shit. So I'm gonna do what I've been told to do, and you know, come back out and be the way that I'm supposed to be, because I'm not in service. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not in the, like, I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I like, you know, there's things that I'm meant to be doing. I can't let fucking one thing fuck that up, but I did. So of course there's a lot of stuff that, you know, impacts me, and like this happened, these things started on a very specific time, on like a very specific, when I was like hyper focused and like stressing the fuck out. And that's what it comes from, is like too much stress, too much anxiety, and not giving myself the care and the energy that I needed, and not looking at the big picture of the situation, that like I really shouldn't even fucking have to be in these things to this degree, and it wouldn't be to this degree if people didn't do fucked up fucking shit that they do. So, you know, we gotta step back and look at our bigger perspective with stuff. Going through the cycle of our life. What is happening in your world? Like, where are you letting stuff go? You're in a divine order of resurrection. You're in a thing of like a cycle of growth. And they want you to start looking at things with a more positive expectation around yourself, and like looking for fairness and balance. And like, where do I need better boundaries? Where do I need to be more disciplined with myself? Where do I need to put armor on so that I don't let because like the douchebag, right? He's messaging you and he's being a fucking asshole and he's doing that stuff, and I know it impacts you and it worries you. But like,
that's most likely going to translate into you on a physical manner as well. You're gonna be starting to see it physically on your body and in your energy, and probably the things that you even choose to eat or drink or think, speak, feel. All of that is very much big interwoven. So try to look for positivity within whatever's happening. Ask, spirit to help you, to guide you, to show you, where you can let things go, or what needs to be illuminated, where is there attachments that need to be cut, where are the cords that you can be releasing, what are the small steps that I can be taking today that are going to help me to get, to the place that I need to be. And you will hit the mark on the head when you detach from the outcome and it's not so super important. Like the people who get on the scale every day and they weigh themselves and they weigh themselves and they're super hyper focused on it and they count all their calories and they do fucking crazy shit to the point where it's like they're focused on it so much that they're just bringing way more energy to the fact that they're like, I'm overweight, so I gotta count all these calories, so I'm just gonna keep attracting more of that. It's the same type of thing that in all of the ways. Like when I used to go to the store and I'd be like, oh, okay, this item is $5 and this item is $3, so that's $8, and then this one is gonna be $13. That's a energy of lack, and it kept me in an energy of lack and poverty, and and it was like just getting by. But like doing that with the calories, doing that with what we're eating, and or like I'm gonna do this other diet that is absolutely horrendous, that I don't eat anything that I would like to eat that are like enjoyable for myself. I'm gonna be miserable. I'm gonna fucking starve myself, and I'm gonna be probably a douchebag the whole time because that sounds like fucking horrible. And then when I can't take it anymore, I'm gonna fucking quit the diet, and then I'm gonna feel guilty that I quit the diet, and then I'm gonna spiral back into the. So it's like, no, let's do the things that are not stupid. Like let's find a balance. Let's do it in a way that isn't like all or nothing. Let's look at our portion control. Let's look at, like, if I usually have these things that I know are really not good for me, maybe I can shift it up and only have one of them this week. Or instead of like every single day having X amount of these, I'm gonna do a little bit less, and I'm gonna do it in moderation and over time. It's just like if you were addicted to some sort of drug, you're not gonna just quit the drug overnight and be like, okay, I'm done. You would die. So you would, you take the time to ask for assistance from spirit to help you in going with the flow of letting those things go, and take back the control in little baby steps, but don't control it to the point where it's fucking insane, because that's when we get too much on the other side of it, and you're just as bad as you had been on the other, like in not giving a shit at all, like willy-nilly eating everything, or let me get this thing and that thing and this many points and that many points and blah, blah, blah. That's, you just went to the other side, and neither side is gonna get you to hitting the mark. So try to go in the balance of those two things, okay? You get to have that conscious choice between that inner conflict, and also look at why. Like sometimes we are, again, holding stuff in certain places for a reason, or maybe we use certain things like food and all of that to fill us up in a way that we help us to feel more like better in a moment. Like, do you find yourself snacking when you're bored? Do you find yourself snacking when you're upset? Like, everybody has their thing. There's nothing wrong with any of it. But throughout all of it, do the mirror work with the eyes of the beauty. See yourself as beautiful. You know what the mirror work is. I've told you many times. Look into the mirror, love yourself unconditionally, and you will start to reflect back an image that is more beautiful to yourself, because you're loving yourself, you're accepting yourself, and that's the biggest thing you can do to heal yourself. You know? But yeah, hopefully that will make sense. And I do think you will be celebrating. I do think you will get to the outcome if you take the baby steps and don't make a big fucking crazy deal out of it. Don't go crazy, man. Don't be silly. And I just had my drink, but see, mirror work. Time to reflect, and shedding out the old. You get rid of some of the old weight, the old skin, releasing all the old energies. All right. So, all right. Thank you. Did I miss anybody else other than her up here for question wise? I got the Paloma. I got the Rick. I got the Terrible Stars. I got the Songs of Stars Light. All right, coming down to get more questions. Let me know, peoples.
Um, let's see. Callie. See the people with the green names. The tonight's like the membership night where they get their readings, but Melissa went to the link in my bio or the description box and she made a $2.99 donation to ask a question. So that's what I do on this night is like either it's $2.99 a month. I come live once a month for them and do this, or if they don't join the membership thingy, they can do a $2.99 donation to ask your question. Let's see. And Ethereal, let me know if you had a question. I know you wanted to ask a question. I see you became a member, and that's you can do. Oh, okay, you did ask about that. Okay. All right, so let me make sure. I got that person. I got that person on. There's so many. Did it, Chris? All right. Okay, that sounds like a Stanford thing. Yeah, I think it was. I can send them. Thank you very much. All right, okay. I think Ethereal is next because I don't see any other questions from any other people's that, like in the order that they come. Ethereal and then Melissa. Okay. Ethereal, where are you? Guillermo, Eversea, Sydney, again. Tell me how's it feel sitting up there. Boop bop bop a deep, bop a dip beep. Uh-oh. All right, let's see what they say. So first off, we have a number 9. And I opened right up to it. How teachable are you? So, are you open to learning new things in your life? How high is your desire to let go of judgment, doubt, negativity, and self-sabotage? What are some of your favorite things to do? Is it to watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give those things up in order to create time to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is it? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you begin to think, I already know this, I've heard that before, this doesn't apply to me, your ability to learn diminishes enormously, and at this point, you may become virtually unteachable without realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned into your life, you won't really know it. So this card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. To create change, you need to start with something small, like the way that you pour your tea. Eventually, you will change your habit, and this will build the confidence to start working towards bigger changes that you need to make changes on. So in the next 48 hours, take a step forward towards changing some area of your life. It could be something small, like buying a journal to write down your dreams in, or talking to someone about your transformation. And then every day, do something, even if it only takes a couple of minutes, towards creating a positive transformation in your life. And another thing that you can do is ask yourself many times during the day, am I teachable right now? Or do I think that I know better? And then people who are the most teachable experience the most success in their lives. So I feel like you can have, like, you're like, am I going to see them again? And I've seen you ask that before. So I feel like you've probably gotten the answer before too, but it's like you might not be like fully
embracing it, or there's like parts of it that like come, and again, this is a fucking common motherfucking theme for me anyways, I noticed. People come and they ask me something, and then they come back and they ask me something, and it's like, it happens again and again. But like when people come and ask me this shit, there's usually an answer that goes with it, and it's usually to do something in order for that to happen, right? But if we don't fully embody or do those things, then we might not find that outcome has manifested, because look, it's surrender denial. So I feel like there's something that you might not be doing at this time, or you haven't given enough effort and energy towards when it comes to all of this stuff. And I think answers deep down inside of yourself about what you should be doing, or what where you're headed in life, or like stuff like that. So accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties, and then you can see things clearly and make the best decision. So like, I know it's been a lot, let's say, like, start asking, like, fucking journal about it, right? Like, let me think about how long has it been since I've seen this person, what led to us not communicating with each other. Is there something that maybe possibly I could do to make, like, to rectify this, or is there something that happened that was so, like, not good that it probably can't be, maybe it can't be rectified because about, like, only you're gonna know, only you're the one that you're the only one that was, like, there, right, mixed up with all of that stuff. But the surrender the defensiveness too says defensiveness is a sign of, like, weakness, and then to communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, and then offer a clear non-defensive response. So you could even be doing this with yourself too. Like, I think a lot of people do this with themselves, like, because I'm seeing stubbornness as well. So it's like sometimes we get stubborn within our mind about certain things, and it's like we know deep down within ourselves, like, XYZ, we think a certain way about something, but like our heart and our mind are two different things. So like, we may want something, we may feel something, we may desire something, but if things are going a certain way, we may know that underneath that, like, all right, in order for this to shift, I need to XYZ, or I need to accept that this isn't going to shift because I'm not willing for that to happen, or they're not willing for that to happen. But you will know deep down in your soul, like, is this thing that's just over and done with because of whatever happened in the past, and it's just like the only thing that makes sense at this time, or is this just a part of the journey? Is this just something that, like, it doesn't have to be over and done with? But if I think that it's not gonna, or I keep thinking negatively about, like, the timing of it, or I keep expecting it to go longer and longer, or I get frustrated that it hasn't, like, I haven't seen them, all of that stuff plays a part in it. Like, we impact all of that stuff. And I do feel like there's a circular thing here. There's a cycle that's happening. It may be past life related, it may be just like your own personal life related, but there's a divine order, a natural law, things that are en route. And it's like a spiral dancer. So I feel like they're wanting you to, like, pay attention to the cycle that you go through in your life. Like, what is happening on that cycle? What is happening throughout the month, every month? What is happening throughout the year, every year? What has changed in your life over the past, year? What has changed in your life over the past 5 years? Start taking inventory and looking at that and seeing, where am I still holding on to stuff that I need to let go of? Where is there room for me to improve? Where is there, where can I have better expectations? Where can I believe in things being better? Am I adding to the creation of what I want, or am I adding to the fear of what I don't? Based out of what I'm thinking about and speaking about and feeling about my circumstances. So we don't need to be defensive about all of that stuff. And like, wherever we may have denial, like, a lot of times the denial is just like, it's deep down inside of us. It's under our fears and our doubts, and it may just, it could come from either side of stuff. So, and it could be connected to a lot of things. But if you're tensing up, taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. And this will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So I feel like there may be something that, like, you have been hurt, you've been through stuff, you may not even recognize, like, that this energy emits within you, right? Like, I'm not saying that I feel this from you, but other people in your life, this person that you're asking, are they going to come back? They may not be able to come back around until the defensive, stubborn energy is, like, not there, right? And if that's the case, and you've been on a cycle of like continuing to be in that energy, maybe somebody hurt you really badly, get a hole in the fucking soul, man, like somebody fucked you up. And if somebody fucked you up, you've been in a cycle of emanating out a defensive, stubborn, like denial type of vibe, like I'm totally fine, I don't need to heal, whatever, I'm good. Sometimes we do that. Or on the other side of that, I'm such a victim, oh my god, I'm never gonna get better because everybody we can go on either end of it, right? Or we can find ourselves in the middle of it. It doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong, but the way that we are usually is going to fucking ripple around us and impact other people, and our energy impacts other people. It is either welcoming or not. And if we're in an energy that is very holy solely, then it may not be that welcoming. So it may just be that like you need to be more effortless. You need to acknowledge whatever's under there and surrender your need. Okay, dude, who are you fighting about, man? What are you fighting about? Who are you fucking off with? Look at it. Surrender your need to always be right. Stop being. What are you doing? Why? Oh my goodness. Surrender the need. You can fix someone. Are you just running around in the streets like, dude, you're doing everything wrong. You're a fucking hot mess. What the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. This is how it seems like, trust me, I know. You don't know. Those cards. He's like, you're not always, I feel like it's like it's defensive. You're defensive and you're fighting with everybody and you're like, I need to be right, you're wrong. Again, I don't feel like, it's just funny. Like those cards come with that energy. So you may not be in that energy, or you may not perceive yourself to be in that energy, and you may not be in that energy at all, but another person out there may think that you are. Because some people are fucking, wicked fucking, they think that everything is a bad, like about them, and or that you're just too rough. If they grew up very soft and they were with like lovey-dovey gentle parents, and you grew up with parents that were like, shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole, shut up, like, you stupid fat mouth, like stuff like that, you heard that a lot. You might be more rough around the edges than the people who are very fucking soft and gentle. So I think it may also just be that too. Sometimes we have a different way of connecting and communicating in the world, but it definitely feels like there's, like, again, it could even just be internal stuff that you haven't even verbalized. You might get defensive, you might be stubborn, you might feel negative about certain stuff, you might argue, in your head, like maybe see something and you don't agree with it, in spirits, like, you're not always right, like those people that are out there saying those things that you're seeing and they're triggering. Usually if like something upsets us or we get like kind of like frustrated with it, there is usually something within it that's triggering us, a reason. It may not be because it's right and we're wrong. It may just be something that we need to look at, because it could be a part of ourselves that we discarded and thought that was like a useless part of ourselves. Like, if you grew up and your parents were like, hey, yo, stop being so fucking lazy. Now, everywhere you go for the rest of your life, you will perceive people as lazy being a bad thing, and you probably be like, because you threw that part of yourself out as a kid to, appease your parents. So you're not lazy. So you never take a nap. You never take a break. You never give yourself some time off. You're always running into blah, 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 blah. But people who fucking take a break or take a nap, they're not bad people. They're not lazy people. You might have just, and I'm not saying that for you specifically. I'm just saying how those things happen, how that shit manifests is like, our parents or somebody we trusted, like a teacher, tells us something specific that we hold and take, and we, let something within us go. Like, you can't trust anybody in the planet, so then you have no trust. So you walk around the planet for the rest of your life afraid of everybody, with no trust in anybody. And, that's not always the best, right? So we would have to surrender to trust, So surrender to receiving support and love. Maybe we were told that, that's not available. Maybe there's resentments because of stuff that we were told as a younger person, or that other relationships did to us as we went through this world. And so now it's hard for us to truly surrender to receiving support and love. And if this person that you're asking about, can they return, they may not be able to return until you're ready to receive them. Because if you still have resentments towards other people that did bad things, that were connected to stuff that this person might represent to being able to give to you, that stuff might need to be healed. So how teachable are you in those areas? Are you able to heal whatever cycle that is, whatever hole in the soul someone gave to you? It could even be this person. Did this person give you a hole in the soul? And if that's the case, would you, like, sometimes they're not the person that you should wait to come back. Sometimes they're the ones that you're supposed to heal for them so that you can go to the next person that's not going to be the person that does that type of stuff, right? So it's like surrender your desire to control, or no, surrender the idea you can fix someone. So if this was an unhealthy relationship, and they treated you poorly, left a hole in your soul, that might be what you're in denial about, is that like they're not coming back because like spirit's protecting you from them. And that may not be inevitably, it may just be like if they're not a good person right now, or if they don't, like they can't love you the right way, or maybe you're still healing shit from what you need to deal with, right? Like whatever, we don't know exactly, but I feel like there's something going on that like is being acknowledged. That's why it's not happening right now, but it won't happen later. But give others the gift of letting them be right by yielding and not rigid. It will help to improve things. And let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people, okay? So you deserve good things, man. You deserve love. You deserve trust. You deserve all of that stuff. And you deserve allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So yeah, I feel like you've been doing too much on your own. You've been stubborn. You've been like I'm fine, and maybe even defensive about it, because sometimes we do that. We become hyper independent because we don't feel like we can trust people. We've been burned by others. It's hard to open up our hearts when all that stuff goes wrong in our world. But surrender to miracles. Miracles can happen. Love can happen. Man, like wonder and awe can, like anything can happen. But should it happen? That's the thing. I think they want you to inventory within yourself. Like, should it happen? Anything can happen, but should it happen? I think that's something to reflect on or journal about. Might be helpful for you to get some answers. And trust and thrive. I think things, they're wanting you to stay rooted and grounded, trust and thrive. Drop your shields. I feel like you want someone to come back, but you're so fucking shielded and guarded that they can't. So it's like, it's your own doing that's the reason why they're not here. It's like, hey, I can't come because you get your big fucking guard up and you're trying to fucking like stab me in the head. And you're mad. And you may not feel that way, you may not think that way, but it doesn't mean that they're wrong, right? If somebody perceives that, it's just how they perceive it. I think this goes back to childhood, which most of us, that's the case. It's a cycle that probably maybe even, in childhood, that hole in the soul came about. But you are teachable. It's just up to you to learn what they're trying to teach you. So, healing is also necessary. I want to see what the cycle says. And self-love had come through as well. So it's like, I think right now it's about loving yourself, healing yourself. Doing what you can for you is going to be the best way for you to get better, and bring back things in your life. So life is cyclical. Sometimes things flow and other times they slow down. What cycle of your life right now? What cycle of your life are you in right now? What is the one area of your life where you need to focus most of your energy? Is it time for you to focus on your family? Do you need alone time to discover your true purpose? Do you yearn to open your heart and love fully, deeply, and passionately? Is this the time for healing and regeneration? Maybe you are completely ready and to enthusiastically concentrate on your life purpose. That's funny because that other card that said find your life purpose was like right here. Maybe it's time for you to do that. And about BDB, what else? And put all your energy and effort into making your dreams a reality. Each cycle you encounter offers you fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. The better you become at identifying the cycle you are in, the more flow and harmony you will experience in the choices that you make. And your body is key to showing you where you are. Do you have the energy and vitality to focus your goals, or are you in a period of healing? Write down what you are experiencing at present, and then read over what you wrote several times. And then give yourself permission to honor the cycle that you are in. Is it a time to learn or to apply what you have learned? Well, when it's saying how teachable are you, it may be that there's like a little bit of all that stuff going on. It's like sometimes you're learning and sometimes you're growing and sometimes you're figuring it out. I don't know if this is upside down or not, but I didn't know if you want to get the questions that it said for the action steps. But why is this thing so freaking weird? Ugh. There we go. Yeah. Not. Oh my god. It's like a bendy thing that just doesn't bend right. Okay. So, self-love. 21. 21 is healing. I opened right up to. So the healing is also a part of this. So illness and pain in your body are messages for you to slow down and look within to make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, feeling overwhelmed, if you are suffering ailments in the body, or if you feel exhausted or depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants to start treating in a more loving manner and listening to the messages that it's sending you. You need to become conscious of the areas in your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. And healing takes time. It just takes some time. It's a process. So your first step towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. And the action is take a few deep breaths, relax your body, place your hands on an area of your body that you have pain, and then ask your body, is there a message that it wants to give to you? And this message may come to you as thoughts, words, images, insights, feelings, or memories. And then say, I call on my divine healing intelligence to help release all the pain and blockages and density from my area, and watch and feel as the dense energy leaves your body. And then I call on my divine healing intelligence to infuse this area with a green ray of light. And I ask that this immune mechanisms of my body be activated and my body now return to a state of perfect balance and health. Imagine a green light moving through your body and repairing it gently. Bring your awareness back to the normal and open your eyes when you're done with that. So there could be, again, that hole in the soul there. I don't know where that hole in the soul came from or who gave it to you, but that could be causing some stuff that needs to be healed. Put the little green light there, and that'll help. And I do think it is a time of self-love. Time of self-love and reflection. So take time to know yourself and